first deposit required. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like more 5G bars in more places and more savings. So your family saves 20% with Essentials versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our Price Lock Guarantee. So, would you rather have this or this? The answer's simple. Switch to T-Mobile today and see for yourself what more feels like.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. 20% savings with 2 to 4 lines on Essentials versus comparable plans. Features may vary. Price lock for rate plan, talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. See terms at T-Mobile.com.
Car shoppers, with light inventories and heavy markups, is it even possible to find a fair deal out there? To be sure, Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester is the region's trusted name for selection and savings. With no markups and nothing priced above MSRP. Fair, honest pricing has been our way for over 30 years. Find the perfect vehicle, whether you pre-order or drive it off the lot today at Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester on Auto Park Boulevard and at FaulknerAuto.com. To be sure.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
Get authentic Philly cheesesteak flavor in Montgomery County at Philly Cheesesteaks and Wings in Limerick and their new Collegeville location. Their steaks ooze that authentic Philly taste. They have the freshest ingredients from prime steak to fresh baked rolls. Add their award-winning wings to make the perfect game time treat. Make your big game party extra super. Let them cater your event. Go to phillycsw.com for both locations and check out their extensive, delicious menu. Philly Cheesesteaks and Wings. This ain't no suburban cheesesteak.
We all love the home team, so for your next home exterior project, call the local family team that has been servicing our area for over 35 years. Have you been sitting outside lately? Has anything about the exterior of your home caught your eye? The siding needs repairs or you need a new roof? Call Mike and his team at Preferred Home Improvement. With a 5-star track record in Bucks, Montgomery, Delaware, and Chester counties, Preferred Home Improvement is ready for all your window, roofing, and siding needs. Visit phibuilds.com. That's phibuilds.com. Trust the home team.
Need to get away? Plan on 2 days that don't feel like the other 5. And do it right here in your own backyard. Check out places you haven't been to in years and explore new spots that you keep meaning to get to, but don't. Pair the Bell, the Hall, and a cheesesteak with James Beard affiliated restaurants. Art at every turn. Beer gardens galore and a spellbinding exhibit or two. Pack light, plan big. For Philly, your hometown adventures begin at visitphilly.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz? Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Go Cuz. How you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
Bad things happen in Philadelphia. Bad things.
We'll do it live.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you guys have to go through this. I'm sorry that you care so deeply, that it matters so much to you, that this city's pulse coincides with its sports teams. That its mood hangs in the balance when we have no control. I'm sorry that it's this way. I'd like to say that it's always been as an excuse, because it's always been that our moods are tied to what happens on the hardwood, the field, the diamond, the ice. That's what it is to be a Philadelphian. Andrew Salchunas just had a baby, Cooper. And one of our listeners reached out to Andrew and said, don't do this to him. Don't make him a Philadelphia sports fan. Steer him away from sports. I have two sons, 1-9, 1-12, Massimo and Anthony. And I hammered home, be a part of it. Get in. Come watch these games with Daddy. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is what it is. I wish to God that we had a semblance of control, that the players, coaches, organizations, all of them, and you could just name all, care as much about success and winning and the city on the back of the jersey or the front of the jersey or in front of the surname as we do, as you do. I wish to God they did. What I saw last night, unfathomable. Effort, not good enough. Focus, nary focused. Nothing focused about last night. Care, no care. No care with the basketball, no care. I just saw pouters and quitters, and it was just shameful. Absolutely shameful in every way. I'm so disgusted, disenchanted, disgruntled, and disappointed that that's what you got in return for all that devotion. That you watched James Harden take 2 shots in the second half. He was less of a factor than Ben Simmons was in the fourth quarter of Game 7 against the Hawks last Father's Day. And I can't even comprehend that. That the guy who never turned down a shot took 2 shots in the second half. Shake Milton took 5 times as many shots. Joel Embiid was on the floor 10 times as many shots as he took last night. And by the way, the lazy passes, turnovers, 4 turnovers. He played 43 minutes. He made 4 field goals. 43 minutes. How is that possible? I saw them mope. I watched Joel mope. Forget about going inside. All they did was throw a zone at you. They threw a zone. And it was like the Follies. He would pop out around the 3-point line. There would be a pass. That's his entry pass, the 3-point line. And then you'd watch Miami blitz him. And then you'd see the ball fumble. Or he would try to drive. No setting up shop down low. Now, how many times we talk about this going and attacking the zone, getting down there, you need a bucket. How come he wasn't down low at all? No one has ever said that he has to camp down in the low block. But in that situation, you got to do something. I never saw such worse offense. the Eagles' offense against Tampa in the route playoff game was 100 times better than what we saw last night offensively. There was no rhyme or reason offensively. Doc Rivers, what are you doing? What are you doing? There was no reason. What was your plan? What did we see? Completely disjointed to a man afterwards. No, we had no clue offensively. You have no clue offensively. They throw a junk defense at you. A junk defense, and there was no execution, no plan. It was mystifying. How does that happen? Where you just have no plan offense. There's no plan of attack. There's Maxey trying to go 1-on-3, trying to play hero ball, which I don't even blame the kid. God bless the kid. He's the only one. He wore it on his sleeves. Joe's getting triple chained and not even going down on the block. Harden's just a mook. I mean, what are you doing? What possibly are you doing? That was one of the worst coaching jobs I've ever seen. There is no execution and no plan of execution. And then I'm listening to him arrogant of all get out after the game. You feel like I coach that way, and you say it. Oh, Doc, look at your team. Look what happened. This is in two close. You even the series. You have all the momentum in the world, and you come up with those two games? I mean, that's unforgivable. Forget the fact that it was a gigantic embarrassment that Jimmy Butler is telling you, I wish I was still here. They took Tobias Harris over me. Oh.
Tobias Harris over me?
I mean, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That it takes this kind of turn. I mean, how is that possible? When you come back and you play as well as they did, you wrest control of the series, and then you go down and you just the effort. Listen, if you lose, you lose. Listen, give me an honest effort. All right, you lost. I mean, there's no contract that says you got to win. And I think every fan to a person understands that that's not a guarantee. But what those fans just want is a real effort. But do I think they care? Yeah, I know they care. I know that Joel Embiid cares. I read the disappointment on his face. I saw him. And he cares. I agree. I think they care. I'm not about caring. But when you're faced with adversity, you got to answer it. There's got to be a plan. There was no plan. And look, I don't know. Maybe Harden needs an off season, which he pleaded after. I need that. I don't know. But all I know is, dude, like the game's hanging in the balance. You play 43 minutes. You look healthy enough to play 43 minutes. Yeah, you wear and tear. Okay, but that doesn't excuse the just lazy entry passes. I mean, just time to time, just willy-nilly entry pass that gets turn the ball over. Like what's that? Where's the excuse for that? How could you just pass up? It was amazing. The game is hanging in the balance. Your season's hanging in the balance, and you just go let Shake Milton take every shot. What's that? You're James Harden. You're supposed to be a top 75 player. You just sit back and watch that? Where's the pride? Where's the, I got to go out on my sword? Listen, you lose, but these last two games, how do you make sense of that? How do you forgive that? That's what disappoints the most. Not that they're not going to win the title or they're going to go to – we all want that. Obviously, everybody wants a parade, right? Okay. Yeah, I just would be happy at another series. But you lose to Miami, you lose to Miami. You lose to a really good coach in Spoelstra, a great coach. You lose to a guy with a lot of heart in Jimmy Butler. And that's all I want from you, is that you show the same heart that he shows. Just completely disappointed. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you guys have to go through this. I'm sorry that I built it up and had fun and gave you the song and everything else. I was hoping to make it fun for you. Make the ride fun and interesting. Give you that belief. Let's go for a ride, guys. I'm sorry. My man Scott yesterday said, I fear a bad loss. And I said, no, Scott, come on. And he was right. And everybody was right about, well, this is the lot of being a Philadelphia sports fan. I just don't want to accept it. But we have no control. And I apologize that you have to feel this way. That I get you and the whole station, we all care so deeply, and we try to, we try to go on this ride together. I'm sorry it ended this way. I feel horrible for you.
Hi.
What's up?
You didn't want to say the first two words before Tunis.
No, I was not going to tell you.
Freaking good about it.
Good morning. No.
No, I can't believe it. I mean, I said this after Game 5. The amount of time that we spend following this team, the amount of money that people spend following this team.
It's the energy more than anything.
Yeah.
It's the energy and the time, right? Like, we put our heart and soul into it. The money and everything else, and the time, which is even more precious than money, that all comes with the territory. It's the fact that we care.
Yeah, we care so deeply, and it looked like they don't care as much, except, maybe a couple of players like Tyrese Maxey, and like you said, Embiid, you saw him sitting on the bench when he got pulled during the final, closing seconds. His head was down. I don't blame him. I just, James Harden is not the guy that I thought he was when they acquired him. I know he wasn't Houston Rockets James Harden. Like, I knew that he wasn't. He wasn't going to be dropping 40 points a game. It was Joel Embiid's team. But to take 2 shots in the second half.
That's unforgivable. That's, again, we saw that. What's stunning, Tunis, is that we witnessed. I didn't think it could get worse than what Ben Simmons offered in Game 7.
Yeah.
I didn't think it could get worse.
And at least that guy doesn't have an offensive game. Harden does. Harden has an offensive game, and he took 2 shots.
I never saw a guy like if he looked like he was. You want to talk about tanking? He looked like he was tanking a game. Could you be more just passive?
Yeah, it was awful.
Talk about playing passive.
And yet it was still dribble, and then. All right,
did you see?
There's 5 seconds left. Who wants it?
Andrew, I have never seen a worse offensive strategy, game plan, execution, whatever the hell that was completely disjointed, that literally had no rhyme or reason.
None.
5 guys standing around, including the big guy. No, they were standing around doing nothing.
The best play all game for the Sixers offensively was in the first half, an inbound underneath the net where Thibault cut to the basket. That was the best play.
How do you go? How do you go in a close? Your back's against the wall. You're about to lose the series, and that's your offense?
Yeah, 5 guys.
That's your offense. I would have called freaking timeout every 30 seconds. Timeout. Till I had none. Just to show them, what are you doing?
They all just stood there.
What the hell are you trying to accomplish offensively? And they all said it afterwards. I don't know. We had no idea offensively. No idea offensively. Like, in the playoffs, it brought you right back to freaking Father's Day last year where they had no concept of how to play. Whether it was Ben Simmons or James Harden, the same result. Just cluelessness. Cluelessness. Running around without an idea. Sport is about strategy. Sport is about trying to accomplish something. You know, offensively, I need to exploit my opponent.
Yep.
Standing around, the big guy who's freaking Wilt back, and he's standing there, and they can't even get him the ball. They can't even get him the ball, and he's standing outside the 3-point line.
Yeah. Yeah. That one pass that Harden just kind of floated out there at the perimeter that got stolen by Butler is easy 2 points. It's like, dude, what was that? I don't know what it is. Mindset. All of a sudden, the last two games of the season.
And they quit. Like, see, this is what bothers me, is they quit. They quit on both ends of the floor. Mm-hmm. Because they had no concept what to do offensively, they took it to defense.
Yeah, P.J. Tucker just grabbed another offensive rebound.
Dude, I was just about to bring that up. All right? There was a situation, and it was in the third quarter as the game was getting away. And Harden standing there doing nothing defensively, and there's a shot up, right? And P.J. Tucker,
36, 37-year-old P.J.
grabs the rebound. Joel standing there, doesn't look for a body, doesn't look to put a body on somebody and stick his rump out to box out. And there's P.J. Tucker sliding in for the offensive board.
And we saw that all series. Really? We saw that all series.
I mean, that's I didn't even know what to say.
No sense of urgency. Like, what?
I didn't even know what to say.
Oh, my God, man.
I'm so disgusted. Brokenhearted, disgusted. Look, if you lose, you lose. But you got to lose with dignity. Yeah, they lost.
Shake Milton showed the most life out there yesterday.
Yes.
Shake Milton.
And Maxey.
Yeah.
They showed you life like they tried. How could you be James Harden and stand by with that being that passive? How could you watch that?
And my God, if I see him raise his arms one more time when he didn't get a call.
Oh my God.
Like that I'm sick of.
You know what it is too? Like, you don't go to the basket, right? So there's a reason why you shot 4 free throws in the first half. Because you don't go to the basket. Because you didn't set up down low. Because you didn't try to attack. Let me just jack up bad threes. It's garbage basketball. Garbage. I'm sorry. I apologize every segment. I apologize that you have to go through this, and that I tried to make it fun and give you to play the song and all that. So I apologize. All right, we'll be back. We'll open up the phone lines. We shall commiserate between now and 2 o'clock. Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey will speak.
There's already a Doc report out there about the Lakers.
Yeah.
It didn't take long.
Yeah, well, I would be stunned if he's back. I think that Laker thing is real. I don't think he wants us to be here another second. And certainly it would be good riddance to Doc Rivers. All right. Timeout. Let's be professional. Let me tell you about a game changer for your home, about people who really care. That's Colonial Marble and Granite. Oh, man, the countertops they have. Wow. You want to tell about changing the look of your home and giving it a whole new feel? Colonial Marble and Granite has the nation's largest selection. You could actually select the exact stone slab for your countertop. It's amazing what they can do. They have unbeatable prices because of the sheer amount of slabs that they have. I've been in the showroom in King of Prussia. It's endless. And it's like from all four corners of the earth, God's art gallery. Yeah. If your style's classic, modern, unconventional, anything in between, there's a wide variety of countertop options to choose from. Material and a style that's perfect for you and your unique taste. Get a fully installed quartz, marble, or granite countertop for just $19.99. Get zero money down, 0% financing on purchases for up to 18 months. Please visit their King of Prussia or Philly showroom or online at colonialmarble.net, and you tell them Cuz sent you.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Season over. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Martin Law. Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule for a free consultation today at PAWorkinjury.com. I may need that after I bash my head against the wall. Sixers lost yesterday to the Miami Heat. The season ended. They lost in 6 games, and like Game 5, they didn't show up in Game 6. Just another awful performance. And now the season is over. And now, of course, we will have a ton of questions as to what the Sixers will do this offseason. James Harden has a player option. That same player took 2 shots in the second half yesterday. So we'll hear from Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey at some point later this afternoon for their exit interviews. Could happen during Cuz Radio, could happen during the Mike Missinelli Show. We'll keep you posted. This update is also brought to you by Whole Foods Market. At Whole Foods Market, get animal welfare certified 80% lean ground beef for $4.49 a pound through May 17th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. Restrictions apply. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash-out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security together for just $39.99 a month for 12 months with a 3-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Mobile. That's savings of $40 a month for a year. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Offer ends 5/22/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award. Call or go online for details.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico. Pico has the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and save money. See how Pico is helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy use and improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal, and an energy profile report is generated. This energy profile report provides specific recommendations based on your facility's equipment and energy use, with ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Joe Rogan, live.
We are weird, because what we are really is we're some weird superorganism.
that like needs each other in some sort of strange way. But we're all in denial. I'm kind of alone now.
Friday and Saturday, June 3rd and 4th, 8 p.m., Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City.
How good is this weed I'm getting in California?
Experience Joe Rogan.
How strong are the gummy bears, he goes.
Tickets for Joe Rogan are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Experience comfort and commitment from CNC Heating and Air Conditioning. CNC is your local and still family-owned heating and cooling company serving Montgomery and Bucks County for 50 years. Energy bills are at their highest. Call CNC today to get the top-rated energy-efficient systems to keep both your home and your bank account cool and comfortable. Upfront pricing, on-time service, and a 100% satisfaction guaranteed. That's the CNC promise. Fanatic listeners, mention this ad for 10% off your new installation. Visit cc-hvac.com.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
What's better than enjoying a fine craft beer and award-winning wings? Well, how about sitting in the sun on the patio at your local PJ Wellahans? The answer? There's nothing better. Get in today.
Betway, official sports betting partner of the 76ers. Visit us.betway.com to learn more. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, are you tired of dealing with your old drafty windows and doors? Well, it's time you go Guida. Yes, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. They're going to help make your window and door replacement project more affordable with their buy one, get one half off sale. That's right. For every door or window you buy, you'll get the second one at 50% off, and you can mix and match these savings to suit your own needs. Buy an entry door, get half off a storm door. Buy a patio door, get 50% off a window. Need to replace all the windows and doors in your house? Then you'll save 50% on half of your project. It's simple. The more you need, the more you save. Plus, Guida will make it easy for you to afford your project with no money down, interest-free financing for up to 18 months. Act now. This offer is for a limited time. Restrictions apply. For details, call Guida today. Schedule a free no-obligation in-home estimate. The number's 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
I don't worry about my job, Howard. I think I do a terrific job, and if you don't, then you should write it, because I worked my butt off to get this team here. When I first got here, no one picked us to be anywhere. And again this year, the same thing. So if that's how anyone feels, write it, and I'm going to feel secure about it.
I don't even understand that response. Nobody picked us. Were you out of your mind?
What?
You got the highest payroll in the league, counting like everything. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, all of a sudden now it's expected. You're not the same team. I mean, see, here's the problem.
He's acting like he's coaching the Cavs.
Here's the problem, though, Andrew. And this is what scares me going forward. And shame on me, because people have, some astute fans have brought it out. Have brought it up. They don't have a leader.
No.
There's no one that stands there. What did Joel do last night?
Nope.
Well, I'm not the GM. I'm not the president. If they're going to trade everybody, they're going to trade me or whatever they're going to trade to try to win a championship. Like, that's not the words of a leader. Like, I wish I could talk to him, because I love him. I love Joel. I do. And he's a great player. And I do think he deserved the MVP. But what he needs to be, he needs to now take that next step and be the guy. Like, you got to stand back there and you got to take it and you got to say, I won't stand for this. This is my team. I'm not the GM. That's his job. You got to own it. You got to own it. You got to own the Sixers are your team. You're the process. They call you the process. We fight for you all the time. Oh, the league hates you. Everybody hates you. The national media hates you. We love you, right? We always got you back. You can't now just go, well, you got to own it. It's your team. Like, he's got to sit back, and he needs to have his own come to Jesus and think about what he wants.
Yeah, I mean,
like, he's got to own it.
I feel like he did a little bit of that at the end of last season. I mean, look at what started the Ben Simmons saga, right?
No, but he's got to own the team. Like, in other words, he's got to be like, see LeBron.
Yes.
Whatever you feel like, whatever team he's on, he owns the team. He knows it's his team. Like, this is who I am, and this is what has to be done. Like, excuses, whatever. But he owns the team. You got to own it, man.
No, I'll even take Lee by example. But when things aren't going well, you see his attitude.
No, it's not even about any of that. It's not about leading by example. You can't lead by. You have to lead. You got to be vocal. That's just the bottom line. You got to be vocal. You got to lead. Be a real leader.
I brought this up. I think it was 2 days ago when you were in the tube. And I remember Keith Pompey reported this. This was 2 seasons ago, that Josh Richardson was the vocal leader of the Sixers locker room.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Embiid was young at the time. Ben Simmons was younger at the time. But still, like you're Embiid, you're Simmons. They also had Al Horford on that team.
Yeah.
They had Tobias Harris on that team.
Right.
And Josh Richardson was the leader.
Well, again, here's the problem is that you got too many passive souls, right?
Yeah.
So Tobias tries to be a leader, but it's not. It's just obviously he's not. You only have the gravitas to do it. Then you got, I don't even know what Harden's. That's never been Harden. He's just a strange.
Apparently, he's great with the younger players.
Yeah, but he's got this strange kind of
we saw it Game 5.
Oddity about him.
He's great with, yo, Maxey, are you going to play today? But when Embiid was down, did you see him talking to Joe at all? No. Like, I feel like he's great with and you always hear it. I remember the Nets player said it. He was great with the younger players. Rockets player said it. He's great with the younger players. Whoa, when he's with, like, his fellow veterans, he doesn't say anything? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I again, you got a situation. Nobody led in the last 2 games. Like, there was never any, all right, let's settle down. And the problem is, again, if this is Harden, then you can't win. I mean, I guess everything that everybody said about him was correct. Listen, you can look at a guy from afar. You don't know what the guy's about until he plays on your team in your city.
Right.
And you follow him. And you see him and you study him. And you study his actions. But he's got the ball in his hands. Right? You're the point guard. That's where you got to be able to control it. You got to control the pacing. You can't just get caught up and you didn't get the foul call. Like, you got to control it. When you sense that your team is unraveling, and that's what we saw the last 2 games, we saw periods where they completely unraveled, where they had horrible possessions.
Yeah, and then every time
that's Harden's job.
And then every time he bitches about the lack of a foul call, it's 4-on-5 on the other end. There was a moment yesterday where he made it, was looking for the N1. And what did the Heat do? They quickly inbounded the ball because they probably go, hey, this guy's going to complain, so get down there real quick. He's sitting there looking at the ref with his arms like this, and Jimmy Butler's already at midcourt.
Yeah, I mean,
and now it's 4-on-5. They score the basket, so whatever run you could have had.
But even with like the non-focused passing, right? The just willy-nilly passes.
Yeah, like the one that was turned over.
Like, dude, you got to play every possession. When it's a closeout against the playoffs, you can't be sloughing off possessions.
No, there was that play that I don't even know if he was throwing it to Embiid or Niang. Remember, they were all three of them were top of the key.
And this is, yes.
And he just kind of floated it, and Butler steals it. And, I hear Dave Pash say, what a great play by Butler. No.
Yeah.
It was just Harden going, here, George or Joe, who wants it?
And this is my biggest fear, man. My biggest fear is now we've seen, again, we talked about, I brought this up yesterday, about the second round being a brick wall. And once again, they go splat.
Yeah, 4 out of the last 5 years.
Here's the problem. There's some of the same things that we've seen, no matter the players, no matter, somebody has to get control of this thing. All right, let's go to the phones, Tunis. Talk to our friends. Commiserate. M, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, M.
Well, you are a man of principle. As far as I'm concerned, you don't owe anybody any apologies. I'm a grown man. I can make up my own.
No, but, listen, I'm sorry that you have to go through it, that there's pain.
Well, there's only one positive, and it's a personal one, and that is they won't lose on Sunday and ruin my 72nd birthday. So I'm certainly happy and glad for that. But this team has a lack of leadership. You touched on it, and it's not just on the floor. It's in the front office. What is it that they are going to be? They have no plan. I certainly, look, if Doc is let go, I feel sorry. I'm not, I don't want to see people losing their jobs, but this is someplace where the results speak for themselves, and they speak for themselves every night. And we've seen all of this before with Doc. And if he wants to go to L.A. and land out there and live in that nice house that he has, as you would say, God bless him. But because I've seen it all. The wrong two teams left Philadelphia in my youth, and that was the Warriors and the A's. 21 games in a row, the Phillies lost, and I listened to every one of them on a Zenith radio. I've been through the We Owe You One. I've been through it all, and I'm beginning to question my 4-for-4 fandom. I'm beginning to question that. I'm actually serious about that because the fans of Philadelphia have gone through all of this, and then they get hit with clowns in the media who have never attended a game, who see somebody throw popcorn, and immediately they brand all of the Philadelphia fans, bring up Santa Claus, except when things are going good, they bring up cheesesteaks.
Right.
And I'm just tired of it all. And, this is where I'm at, cuz. This is where I'm at today. I called.
I know you're questioning.
The first time that Tunis had your spot by himself, I talked to him about Joel Embiid being a transactional player. Listen, I know he was hurt. I understand all of that. But somebody, and it needs to be him, somebody needs to get to him and say, I'm taking charge of this team on the floor. When somebody comes off the floor,
Harden also think about it. He's the guy with the ball in his hands. Has to take control. That's the oddity of Joel being your best player, right? That he's a big. It's always the guy with the ball in his hands. LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, right? Kobe was more of the leader in that sense than Shaq, because Shaq was the big guy, right? The guy with the ball in your hands has to be the leader. And Harden was small.
When it was in the Toronto game, when he came up with his big game, I was ready to brand him with a name, with a term that means a lot to me because I coached in the Philadelphia Catholic League. As a matter of fact, I was on the staff that had Kyle Lowry and Cuttino Mobley. And I was going to call and say, you know what he looks like? He looks like a Philadelphia guard. And that means something to me from the Northern Division. But he's not. And if I had said that, I would have had to apologize. I'm just sorry.
And I hear you, buddy. Again, I can only say, your faith is always tested, and this is it. I mean, as much as we question our own lot as Philadelphia sports fans, well, this is who we are. I mean, listen, I would be dishonest with myself if I sat here with you and said that, oh, that's it, I'm done. Like, it's for life. It's what it is.
Yeah.
we've been through it, the disappointment over and over and over and over and over again. And, you know, you want to say, well, it's like, you know, Lucy in the football or whoever it is, whoever that thing is, where she keeps pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. Well, okay, so be it. This is what I know. Intellectually, I know I'm not going anywhere. You know, we're tied to the area. You know, I mean, if I was being, you know, if I was trying to be pragmatic about it, I would have stayed in New York, never come back home, and been a thief like the rest of those dudes. Sold out. You get my point. I mean, you know, this is who we are.
Amari Stoudemire is now playing that role, so he's trying to get his shot on ESPN. Remember how Orlando Skandrick went on Fox and just started?
Yeah.
Amari Stoudemire is saying James Harden. He knows just by watching James Harden. James Harden quit yesterday to get Doc Rivers fired. He didn't play well on purpose to get Doc Rivers fired. So you could have been a sellout. We could be on here right now saying that.
Yeah. So we tanked the season.
He tanked to get Doc fired.
To get Doc fired.
To get Mike D'Antoni.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what Amari Stoudemire is.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. He did look like he tanked.
Yeah, I know he did.
He did look like that for sure.
He was happy when Shake got hot. He was like, good. Somebody I could just give the ball to.
I mean, how could you let, like, poor Shake, right? And Maxey. Maxey's 20 years old.
Yeah.
All right? So one of my friends said, well, you know, Harden was a culprit and Maxey was a culprit. No, Maxey's not a culprit. All right? I absolve Tyrese Maxey of any wrongdoing.
He at least tried.
Okay? Absolve him. He's 20 years old. Though they were relying on him while those two, while Joe was pouting and Embiid, I mean, and Harden was passive or quitting or whatever you want to say. All I saw is Maxey trying to do whatever he could. It was a one-man press, and he almost actually got a couple turnovers himself.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I say God bless Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, and
because you know why? I saw supreme effort. I don't care he didn't finish at the rim. I saw supreme effort. I saw someone who balled out, who was dying to ball out. I didn't see that from James Harden.
No.
From a guy who can opt in and make whatever ungodly
$47 million.
Yeah, ungodly amount of money. $47 million.
You want to know what else is crazy?
I mean, that's just disgusting.
I have ESPN on here, and they showed the 4 highest contracts next season. Steph Curry, number 1, which, okay, that makes sense. James Harden, John Wall, and Russell Westbrook. Think about those 3 slop I don't know if Harden's a slop player or if he just gave up. But think about that. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and John Wall are 3 of the 4 highest paid players next season. The money in this league is absurd.
Yeah, you got that right. Ernie, you're on 97. Hey Ern.
Cuzzo.
What's up, baby?
Hey, man. Told you I was going to call you back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ernie.
Hey, for my personal health, man, I had to move on. So I'm in Philly right now. So all I can do is think about what they need to do. I don't want to even talk about yesterday. So I think Maxey tried his heart off, but he needs to get his upper body strength together and his one-on-one defense. I hope they...
Listen, his shot selection wasn't good. I mean, he's taking too deep of 3.
Exactly.
But you know what? Like, I don't mind that. Like that's a sin of commission, not omission. Like, that's a guy who was trying to ball out. I blame Harden. 2 attempts.
Exactly.
2 attempts, Ernie. What are you kidding me?
Yes, you don't miss. You don't not shoot the ball.
The ball never came back to me. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense answer.
Command the ball. You know what I mean? So I just want Max to work on his upper body strength, get a little stronger. And I think Fassi needs a shot, man. Bassey's a hell of a rebounder, hell of a shot blocker. I think he needs a shot next year to back up Embiid.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm just projecting next year, man.
I know.
Talk about yesterday. Yesterday will make me go outside.
I know, but Ern, the problem is that the Bassies of the world aren't making a difference, right? What's truly going to make a difference is the guy you're going to spend, and you're going to spend some ungodly amount of money on. He's got to show up.
You know what they need to do with him? They need to sit him in a chair in the middle of the daggone court and bring in all the season ticket holders and get in his hiney.
I hear you.
We ain't trying to hear this.
I know.
You up to? You need to go. You get.
How could they have no offensive plan, Ern? No plan. There was no idea, no concepts. What was that?
It was clueless last night.
Yes.
It was clueless.
And you got to get through that to even think about next year and the other. Yeah. Because here's the thing: you're not changing the whole entire team, so you got issues.
Too much of it. Let's get those two stiffs off the bench, Millsap and the other guy. Get them out of here. That's why I'm saying Bassey needs to be the backup guy. Put Paul Reed at the power.
Yeah, I can't even. And Aaron, I love you, buddy. Hang in there. I can't even talk about those guys. Like, we should never even mention their names today.
8 to 10 minutes of Charles Bassey is not going to.
We should not even mention their names today because it's not about their name. What it's about is how in the world do you have the second half that you did yesterday? Look, the start wasn't even good. And then I get the Danny Green thing, and that kind of throws you for a loop a little bit. Okay, but you're going to come out and play that second half without any. There was no reason. Like, there was no idea. That's what's so depressing.
Yeah, it was just five guys on the perimeter.
And that's what you have to fix.
Yeah, 5 guys on a perimeter. And
like, if you got Doc Rivers got 30 coaches. Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, one after another, not enough chairs. They got a bunch in behind them. Nobody's got any idea that that's your offense. I mean, what do you want to do? Hey, point guard. Hold the ball.
5 seconds left. Who wants it?
No, dude. You came here supposedly to win a championship. Wow. That shakes you to the core. To the core. You're shook. All right. We'll be back in a moment. Cuz Radio Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let me tell you about the BetParx app. Love the BetParx app, man. It's great. Have it on your phone. They have all kinds of stuff going on. Odds boosts. You got all kinds of in-game action or parlays or same-game parlays. All the props that you can handle. It's so much fun, man. And futures. Like, look, the NFL schedule came out. How awesome was that schedule? By the way, speaking of the futures, the one bet I love is the Birds over. All right? And the Birds to look at the NFC East. I mean, that schedule is pretty favorable, I think, as the schedules go. Check out the BetParx app. Make sure it's part of your arsenal. In fact, new customers, you download it, you sign up, use the code FANATIC, you'll get a risk-free bet up to $750. BetParx. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another ended season. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by the FEMA Funeral Assistance Program. If you paid or are still paying the cost of a COVID-19 funeral, you may qualify for up to $9,000 in FEMA assistance. Just call 844-684-6333. The 76ers season came to an end last night, losing in Game 6, following the series to the Heat 4-2. 4 out of the last 5 years now, the Sixers have been bounced in the second round. James Harden, a man that you trade for in the middle of the season, which I'm sure a lot of people still agree with. He took 2 shots in the second half. He's got a player option. It'll be $47 million if he opts in. I'm sure he will. Tough one. Doc Rivers is not worried about his job security. Joel Embiid said it's up to management to fix the team. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage headquarters. At Wawa Siptopia, every sip is a quick trip to your happy place. Relax and lose yourself in a delicious smoothie or creamy milkshake. Recharge on the go with a new frozen coffee or frozen refresher. No matter what your favorite beverage is, here's your chance to indulge. So whether you like it hot, frozen, fruity, or caffeinated, Wawa Siptopia awaits. See store for details.
Everyone's been talking about the new Wawa burgers.
Yo, got a burger! Yeah.
But ever since you showed up with the smoky barbecue bacon cheeseburger, the Chipotle charged Southwest burger, and the incredibly delicious nacho cheeseburger, no one said a word. Yo, this is so good. Tonight, we discover the next burger sensation. Tonight, we Wawa.
Hey, it's John Kincaid here, and as a two-time cancer survivor, I'm living proof every dollar counts when it comes to funding cancer research. And I'm thrilled to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research has once again agreed to partner with us as the official charity of the John Kincaid Show in 2022. So if you've been touched by cancer directly or through someone you love, join me. Make a donation to the AACR today, where 88 cents of every dollar you donate will be put into the hands of scientists and researchers working on breakthroughs that save lives. Did you know that in 2021, the American Association for Cancer Research awarded more than $7 million in grants that supported cancer researchers worldwide? Thanks to that research, more than 16.9 million Americans are cancer survivors today. I'm one of them. It's the AACR, and it's 50,000 plus researchers worldwide who drive the progress. You can be a part of it. Donations from private citizens like you and me add up to big discoveries that save lives. So let's give hope to cancer patients and their families by donating today. AACR.org/fanatic. That's AACR.org/fanatic. Because I'm living proof. Cancer research saves lives.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like more 5G bars in more places and more savings. So your family saves 20% with Essentials versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our Price Lock Guarantee. So, would you rather have this or this? The answer's simple. Switch to T-Mobile today and see for yourself what more feels like.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. 20% savings with 2 to 4 lines on Essentials versus comparable plans. Features may vary. Price lock for rate plan, talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. See terms at T-Mobile.com.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad, and you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
People of New Jersey, Caesars Sportsbook is giving out first bet insurance for all new users up to $1,100. Download the app and use promo code RADIOCZR and then place your first bet. If you win, congrats. But if not, you'll get your wager back as a free bet. Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey. New users only. Bet amount of qualifying wager returned only if wager is settled as a loss. Paid as a single bet credit. Must be used within 14 days. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here. You know, Philly Sports is a big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports Reports, powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Save on your go-to ingredients at Whole Foods Market. Get animal welfare certified 80% lean ground beef for $4.49 a pound through May 17th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Anthony! Yes, Anthony. That's the name you need to know, not just to talk sports, but also to talk about your roof. Yes, Anthony Labruciano, Roofing and Exteriors. So when that name is synonymous with really good quality work, all right, when it comes to your roof, comes to your siding, listen, Labruciano Roofing and Exteriors will do an amazing job. If this... You've kind of looked, and this winter has been a kind of rough one, and all the wet, right? All the rain. We had rain this morning. And if you're noticing stuff, just to get it taken care of, right? Once and for all before something bad happens. Check out Labruciano Roofing and Exteriors. I'm telling you, they're the best. All right, they've been named Certainty 5-star select single master. Now, what that means, it's Anthony's incredible work. But what you get out of it is you get the best warranty in the business. So you'll get 50 years from the manufacturer, and you'll get 25 years on the expert workmanship. All right? That lasts you. Huge. Labruciano Roofing and Exteriors. Now, Labruciano's replaced or repaired just about every kind of roof out there. So they'll be good. All right? Anthony's got hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. Check him out. Let him give you the peace of mind you're dealing with the best. Call him at 610-265-ROOF. That's 610-265-ROOF. You can go to PARoofPros.com. Labruciano Roofing, the shingle master.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I won't sit here and say I didn't wish you was my teammate. Still don't know how we let him go, but I wish I could have gone to battle with him still, but it is what it is. Just gotta keep building and keep trying to reach that goal.
I mean, you can't say that. You're Joel, man. You can't say that.
Tobias Harris over me?
I mean, you can't say it. Here, again, we talk about showing leadership. Leadership is, I wish Jimmy Butler was still. No, you can't say it. You may feel it. I don't blame you. Look, you want to know what happened? You know what happened, right? What happened was Brett Brown, the deal was done to bring him back, and Brett didn't want to coach him. They had issues. There were issues. It goes beyond just, there was not the Simmons thing would have played out, whatever how it would have played out. This was not about Simmons. Brett didn't want to coach him. Deal was done. Brett went to Josh Harris and said, no. He gave you a million reasons why he thought Jimmy would have been bad for the team. And look, I don't know if there's a new coach, if it's, if Jimmy's different, who knows? Again, Jimmy's a big personality. But that's what happened. And then, they fly down and no, Jim, not going to work out. And then, Tobias' dad, who's his agent, senses that and says,
all right,
hey, well, we got all the offers, so,
you want to lose both of them?
You got to sign me to the max. And that's how it played out. It was a mistake. There's been a lot of mistakes throughout the whole process, right? There has been. Now, you're not going to bat, you're not going to nail every one, but there were some big ones. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame. But here's the problem. You can't now, and this is what Joel needs to do this summer. Mm-hmm. We've seen him blossom into becoming a great, 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 great player, right? We've seen that. We've seen him becoming a great player. But this is what he needs to do now. What he needs to do now is become the leader, right? Now, I understand it's hard for the big guy to become the leader because you don't have the ball in your hands. But you already are the face of the process. You got to own the process. It's you. You can't be talking about Morey being the GM. You can't be talking about, I wish I had Jimmy Butler here. Like, you can just got to go from now on and go, look, it's my team. And if that means that you got to go barge into Daryl Morey's office, then go do it. And you go, hey, listen, yo, Morey, yo, Eel, this is what I think we should do. You can't, in a news conference at the end of the season, talk about the guy who beat you and go, oh, I wish I was still playing with him. Because that serves no purpose. And going forward, what's it going to do for you?
Yeah, it's not a good message for Tobias, obviously.
Well, it's just not a good message, period, because, again, you're out. And so all you're doing is lamenting the past. And the past can't change the present, and it has a negative impact on the future when you wallow in it.
Yeah.
And that was a wallow piece.
He's been wallowing for the last 2 games.
Come on now. Let's go to Tom in Alabama. Tommy, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Tom.
Yo, Ant, thanks for dealing, man.
What's up, buddy? How you feeling, man? It's rough.
Man, I tell you what, first of all, you talk about apologies, man. I want to apologize to you. I definitely want to apologize to the first 2 callers, especially the guy who's going to be 72 Sunday. Happy birthday to him. And also, everybody that paid their hard-earned money to be in that Wells Fargo Center last night, not to mention the $50 for parking, gas, toll, aggravation, and then between Game 5, and it didn't surprise me because once you quit in life, it becomes a lot easier. Bear Bryant told me one time when I was a kid. And let me tell you, man, that right there. I love that.
Bear Bryant. You met Bear Bryant, huh?
Yeah, man. I tell you what, this dude, when I met him, man, when I got here, Ant, I was like 10, 12 years old, man. And I said, where's the hockey arena? Where's the skating facility? And the realtor told me, son, it's what hockey? He said, what's that? It's football, boy, 24/7, 365. I said, really? Who are we pulling for, sir? He said, who we what? He said, boy, we're pulling for the Bear in Alabama. He said, you got that? Don't ever ask me that again. But no, the deal is, man, that you talk about that process. Just look at the Sixers organization since they got rid of Allen Iverson. They tanked for 3 years and disrespected their fan base, which is one of the greatest.
Yeah, I still disagree with that. I thought it was the right move, Tom. I always argue it.
Well,
because I don't think it was disrespectful. I think it was more the only way you can kind of compete is push the reset button. I mean, they were open about it. I don't think they were being disrespectful at all.
Then you bring a guy in like Brett Brown to lose, and then you expect the guy to win. He's not a winner, okay? I'm sure he's a hell of a nice guy and all this, but he facilitated to get rid of Jimmy Butler, who is a vocal leader, who said last night how much he loved Embiid after the game, for Ben Simmons, who's another loser. And then, James Harden's 32, 33 years old. James Harden doesn't need his agent to tell him to opt in next year. He's going to do it for $47 million. James Harden is a joke. He's overblown, oversold, overrated, and overpaid, man. And we need to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Oh, it's not happening anytime soon, Tommy.
He ain't turned down 47.
That's not happening.
$47.4 million.
They're not turning it. That's not going to happen.
We'll be back next year.
That's not happening. Leonard What's the matter?
I was going to say, does he get the max contract? No, probably not, but he's here next year.
What may happen is there may be some sort of extension that's not 4 years,
money,
but 3 years. It's still going to be big money, but 3 years. I could see that. Leonard, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Len.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's happening, Len?
Yeah, I think the last two games and kind of what you played and be talking at the end of the game, I mean, that's utterly ridiculous, right? I mean, for our superstar to say, "Hey, I wish we had another player."
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, right? It's
You can't wallow. You can't wallow in something that happened, 2 years ago. Come on, dude.
I mean, what type of mentality is that, Ant and Tunis? Seriously, what type of mentality?
I know.
Is that a winner? Is that a 1A personality?
I hear you.
So I've come to the potential conclusion that Embiid may be a 1B. He's a 1A skill, but he's a 1B mentality. So that doesn't average out to a 1A. So
I mean, wherever how you couch it, right?
Yeah.
The one issue that you have is you got to have someone, whoever has the ball in his hands, right? And again, that's Harden, because Harden's going to have the ball in his hands. He's got to be the one. Like, you got to settle. Like last night, you can't let that game get out of go awry like that.
But Ant, you said it. You said it yourself. If Embiid is the sun, everybody else their planets were revolving around the sun. If that's the case,
right? But the ball, okay, but
sun, right?
But hold on. Yes and no. He's got to be playing. But but there's somebody else who's a face-to-basket player with the ball in his hands. So the actual execution of the whole thing. You're right. He's the son. I said it and I believe it, that he has to play for them to win. But the guy with the ball in his hands who's in charge of the execution has to do it properly.
Agreed. But I just think that last thing, I just think that if we might just have to question now if we can win a championship with Embiid. It's not.
Well, listen, I don't disagree in that. You're right. He's got to go and look. He changed his body, right?
Yeah.
All right. He blossomed into an MVP caliber player, right?
He should have been.
So he was able to do that. So I think the next step in his own evolution is to now there's no excuses, right?
The mentality
right.
type of I'm a killer mentality.
Right.
Okay, I'll give it. I like that, Ant. Okay, I'll give it to you.
All right, baby.
I like that.
Thank you,
All
Len.
right.
Have a great weekend. I mean, that's why I'm not going to, crush Embiid. Is that yes, I disagree with that mentality, but I want to give him the opportunity now that I've seen him dedicate himself to improving himself. He improved his body, improved his diet. He played games. He turned into an MVP caliber player. So now it's about MVP. Now it's about championship mindset. And that's the last thing he has to tackle. That's going to be his journey to understand championship mentality. And championship mentality is not, I agree with Leonard, it's not wallowing that you're as Jimmy Butler at, or I'm not the GM. Or if things aren't going well, you have bad body language. Like, you got to go overcome that.
Yeah, and it was bad, man. These last two games were when things aren't going well. And listen, I get it. And it's not just him. It was Harden, too. I noticed this in Game 4 when Harden was hot, right? And the crowd was behind him. He was like pumped up, right? Pounding his chest, screaming into the crowd, let's go, let's go. And I get it. It's easy to be hyped up when things are going well and the crowd's got your back. But the second things go wrong, like both of them, Harden and Embiid, just they clam up. They shut down.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
All right,
No, I mean, you can't have that.
We talk about Giannis the other night. They're down in the fourth quarter again. Yesterday, Luka evens the series pretty much by himself against the Suns because I was so distraught that I just kept on watching basketball. Right, the Phillies were on. I put the Phillies on the phone. I just needed to watch basketball. For some reason, I kept the basketball on the TV, and I'm watching Luka take over. They're down 3-2. They're at home. Just same situation, same scenario as the Sixers yesterday.
Yeah.
But Luka takes over. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I didn't see his head down.
Again,
He's
I'm
younger.
with you. No, these are, again, the leadership is not about youth. Like the one guy who tried to lead last night was Maxey.
Yeah.
Like Maxey showed me more than anybody because as the coach was just completely out of his realm. He had no control, none, no idea. Whatever he was trying to accomplish, it was woefully executed. So, go back to L.A. It was a failure. Just go back to L.A. And I don't know. I saw Max is the only one who actually tried to make something happen. I mean, that kid balled out. That kid cares deeply. Who was the last one while everybody else was moping around? Harden, Joel, Tobias, right? Who was the one guy in a one-man press?
Maxey. I think she made it almost respectable at one point. In like the final 2 minutes, he cut the lead down to like 11.
Yeah.
And Doc was like, all right, let me pull these guys.
Yeah. Black Gritty, BG, how are you, buddy?
So this is why I take it game for game, just trying to have fun with you. But in general, Glenn Rivers isn't a winner. Been saying that. That's why I call him Glenn. Right now, the whole James Harden talk, I don't want to hear or accept anyone telling me any kind of fantasy about if he got D'Antoni, if he wanted to get Glenn fired, if he was hurt. This is who the bleep he is in playoffs. So I don't care. History shows that this man disappears in playoffs, never getting really past the second round. Kevin Durant's not coming here. A young Westbrook's not coming here. So if signing him for this $47 million, a 3-year deal, you will continue to live the process. And we have the results of the process. It is in. You are a second-round team if you run the process. Second-round Sixers, second-round Embiid, second-round Glenn, second-round James. It's embarrassing. And I know for a fact, I'll just say it in my heart, what I know, what I believe, only one person has that dog in his face that you can see, and that's the young kid, Maxey. When you look at Luka, young as I don't know what, with that look on his face, I won't be denied. I am not happy, even in a loss, keeping his head up, talking smack. Joel Embiid will never get that. He doesn't born playing basketball, okay? He came to it late. He likes to have fun. He likes to troll. He's a front runner where his mood swings are insane, and I don't think he can grow into that. Maxey had that fight. He's the only one throwing cushions down last night. James Harden said, the ball didn't come to me. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? And Tobias Harris was the only adult in the presser last night.
Yes.
So Glenn could go ahead and leave here. Glenn could go do whatever he wants to do. He got himself fired. Harden didn't do it. Harden has been consistent trash in playoffs. I don't want to hear it. He's going. If he stays on this team, which he will, because money and stupid, and the organization the organization is bad. So he'll stay here. But you can never expect anything less than what he's already shown for the history of his career. Clap your hands, everybody. 76ers. Process second round. That's the result. Talk to you later, brother.
See you, BG. Bum in Levittown. What do you say, Bum?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Hey, my brother.
Hey, man, first of all, man, I ain't going to be the sucker who's going to get on here and start throwing them beat under the bus and everything when we was all, had his back and everything just a couple games ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Talking about how he was the beast and everything. Look, the dude was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you what the problem is with the Sixers. It's the philosophy. And it's the same philosophy since Brett Brown was here. The Sixers play a finesse game. They play a shooter's game. But they don't have shooters. We play a game where we pass the ball to get to the open man. We get to the open man, but he misses the shot. And that's how it goes. The Sixers are not a Philadelphia team. They don't have that anchor We always usually had an anchor. We ain't had an anchor guy since Iguodala and them was here. I think Brett Brown just didn't like alpha personalities, to be honest. I think that was a Brett Brown thing. And to me, it's still going the same way. So this is my plan, man. Bring somebody like Julius Randle in here and put him next to Embiid, man. Put somebody.
Yeah, he doesn't fit next to Embiid. You don't have enough. You know, it's you can't play. They just don't fit. I mean,
how?
What do you mean? You got no fit. You're a 4 like that. You would be, first of all, you'd be horrible defensively because you couldn't guard. You can't pair Randall wants to work low block and Joe who needs to be in a low block. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
and I don't really disagree. I'm just saying that one player is really not a fit. Again,
that one player to me is perfect because the thing with Embiid is because he does so much on offense. See, once again, we thinking about offense. Once again, we think about finesse and scoring.
No, I'm telling you about defense.
This is the thing. You look at Embiid. Embiid does so much.
It's not a fit, bro. We had a talk last night. Legs and I were talking about the perfect fit next to him. It's not Julius Randle.
Who did y'all say is the perfect fit?
You know what's fun? What's that? So I said, and it was interesting. Do you watch Charlotte at all?
Yeah.
You know Miles Bridges?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like a guy like Miles Bridges would fit real well next to Embiid. Because you need a wing that can space a little bit.
I hear you, man, but you need a dude who's going to take the pressure off of Embiid when it comes to rebounding and defense.
Listen, you're gonna get. Again, he has to. He's got to be able to board. Come on, bum. He's got to be able to board. Listen. Do I think you need another big? Yeah, like you want to mess around. I actually like the idea that when Doc put in Reed as to go for, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to play basketball.
Right, he's completely out of his element.
Harden tried that pass baseline. It went through his hands again.
He's completely out of his element. But the concept, I get it. Like in a short burst, all right. Yeah, I'm not telling you don't need. But you're talking about Julius Randle. First of all, I don't know how you fit. I don't know. You get the Tobias thing.
Plus, I don't trust Julius Randle.
I don't either. I don't think he's a good fit.
He's not a winner.
I don't think he's a good fit. But whatever. You can't have. It's why it's funny. I like Sabonis. He's not a good fit, right? But you need somebody that could space it a little bit. He's got to get more work, and he's got to figure out a way to get down low. See, that's the other thing too. Is that you're in a zone, you got to be able to work to some of that low block. You got to go attack the zone a little bit inside out, right? Like, look at the zone. They want to try to keep you in the perimeter, right? So you want him to at least work the low block to space it. What good is it if he's floating outside the three-point line against the zone? What good is that? That's the other thing. I've never seen any team that just falls apart when the opposition plays a junk defense. Oh, guys, I feel you, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through it. I'm sorry we got to deal with this. Because ready with the tunis. We'll continue. Listen. Let's talk about your vehicle right now. Let's talk about, making sure that your vehicle stands the test of time. They're at a premium right now, and Meineke is your answer. Look, Meineke's celebrating right now. You believe this? 50 years of service and trust. Yeah. Head to Meineke, 50% off brake pads and shoes right now. Receive $10 off any full synthetic oil change. That comes with a free tire rotation. Your check engine light on, guess what? Head to Meineke for a free check engine scan. Meineke does it all. Exhaust system, steering and suspension, oil changes, tires and wheels. Family vacations will be here sooner than you think. Head to Meineke for a complimentary AC check and a vehicle safety inspection. Meineke. Get to know Meineke for all of your auto repair needs.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another season over. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools. The Department of Education is proposing regulations that will make it harder for charter schools to open, operate, and grow. Education Secretary Cardona, back off. Paid for by the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools. The Sixers had their season ended last night when they lost to the Miami Heat in South Philadelphia yesterday. Heat win the series 4-2. James Harden, who's set to make $47.4 million next season if he opts into his contract, which, let's face it, it'd be crazy if he didn't. He took 2 shots in the second half yesterday. It was just awful, man. Doc Rivers said that he's not worried about his job security. Who knows? There's already reports today that the Lakers would welcome him in a heartbeat. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. 97.5 The Fanatic Philadelphia celebrates Military Appreciation Month, honoring and thanking all of those in Philadelphia sports who have served and sacrificed.
Harry Kalas, one of the greatest voices in Philadelphia sports history, Kalas always dreamed of becoming a play-by-play announcer. He never lost focus even while serving in the military. Drafted into the Army after graduating from the University of Iowa, he served for 2 years in Hawaii. Then in 1961, he became the sports director for Hawaiian radio station KGU.
Military Appreciation Month, proudly supported by your local Trane heating and air conditioning contractor. Visit Trane.com to find a certified dealer near you. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp. is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
The king of North American esports is back, as Cloud9 is finally re-entering CSGO with a brand new roster. When esports first began, Cloud9 was the main team of the most popular esport. Eventually, the organization decided to leave CSGO in March of 2021 after years of poor results. Cloud9 is back in the game as they announced their purchase of the Gambit Esports CSGO team, who happens to be one of the best teams in the world.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
Just how fast is Xfinity Internet? Well, it's beyond gig speed fast, so you feel like you're in the game. It can also connect hundreds of devices at once, which is powerful enough to power hundreds of U's. He's not kidding. No, I'm actually not. Unbeatable internet only from Xfinity. Made to do anything, so you can do anything.
Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi and get a new Xfinity 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited gig internet risk-free with no term contract and a 2-year rate guarantee. A free streaming box, Wi-Fi equipment included, and add Xfinity Mobile. That's fast internet at home, a free entertainment experience, and the most reliable 5G wireless network nationwide. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices. Xfinity Mobile utilizes the network with the most root metrics. 5G reliability wins in 2H 2021.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville are the leaders in outdoor power equipment. Take on your yard with the top equipment from Club Cadet, Ferris, Redmax, Steiner tractors, Generac generators, and more. Whether you need a weed whacker or a zero turn, they've got it all. Don't settle for the big box stores. Get higher quality and dealer exclusive equipment. Lawn and Golf Supply Company has your leaf blowers, generators, utility vehicles, tillers, tractors, riding mowers, and more. Check them out at lawn-golf.com. That's lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company. Everything turf.
O'Reilly.
Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your car is ready for a spring cleaning, stop by for great deals on everything you need to keep it looking like new, including Mother's California Gold Wash and Wax, just $5.99 for a 64-ounce bottle. That's a $5 savings. Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Car shoppers, with light inventories and heavy markups, is it even possible to find a fair deal out there? To be sure, Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester is the region's trusted name for selection and savings. With no markups and nothing priced above MSRP. Fair, honest pricing has been our way for over 30 years. Find the perfect vehicle, whether you pre-order or drive it off the lot today at Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester on Auto Park Boulevard and at FaulknerAuto.com. To be sure.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all love the home team, so for your next home exterior project, call the local family team that has been servicing our area for over 35 years. Have you been sitting outside lately? Has anything about the exterior of your home caught your eye? The siding needs repairs or you need a new roof? Call Mike and his team at Preferred Home Improvement. With a 5-star track record in Bucks, Montgomery, Delaware, and Chester counties, Preferred Home Improvement is ready for all your window, roofing, and siding needs. Visit phibuilds.com. That's phibuilds.com. Trust the home team.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
Man, it's for me personally, it's been a long year. But since I've been here, it's been great. You know what I mean? We try to build something so fast. We try to build a championship contender team so fast, which I still think we are. We just, missing a few pieces. But other than that, man, we try to go for it right away. And we just came up a little short. This doesn't stop. We still got to put work in and continue to keep going.
Like, that answer and the way it was delivered is so not reading the room. Come on, dude. Listen, here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is their bench was not good. All right? We understand that their bench was not good.
Yeah, it was awful.
And look, Morey deserves some blame for that. However, part of the deal is you expected the buyout to be a little bit more. When you move Simmons, I can't get on the trade. I can't do it. Like, I would have done that trade. So, I would have been wrong, too. I would have made that move. I keep looking at that trade, and and I'm not privy to what other packages were out there. Trust me on this. There's a lot of nonsense, a lot of stuff that's not true. But if I just take it at face value, I got someone in Simmons who's not contributing, will never contribute. And I got a guy in Harden. I got to keep the slot, right? That's a max slot. So at some point, if I need to exchange that slot or whatever, because I got an owner that's willing to pay. So I'm going to take a shot on a superstar and hope that this guy still has what he has. Now, I remember watching him earlier in the year when there was no KD, no Kyrie, and I watched him score 38 points, and I went, wow, And I didn't have any reaction because that to me was Harden.
Yeah.
Harden's a guy, I call him the Hassa, right? Because he's a stat gorger. He gorges his own stats. Now, this Harden is a mystery. I don't even understand it. How could he take 2 shots in the second half?
He was Harden the friendly ghost. Just like we hit Tobias the friendly ghost in years past. He was Harden the friendly ghost. PJ Tucker flew through him to grab offensive rebounds.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
By the way, speaking of number 25, you just brought up, Skip Bayless tweeted last night. James Harden typically no-showed in the second half of this closeout game. Now he's mostly just another Jim Harden. Ben Simmons eventually will make this trade look so foolish for Philly. Ben Simmons liked the tweet.
Well, of course he did.
But dude, come on, man.
And that's...
What ground do you stand on, Ben?
Yeah, well...
Come on, man. You're about to get shipped out of Brooklyn now.
Yeah. Well, I mean... Not for nothing, I mean, stop. Of course he's going to like tweets, and that's what he's too busy. That's his problem.
Yes.
He's too busy worried about what's going on in social media and what's going on, all the nonsense, instead of trying to be a basketball player. Look, that's the league. The league took that road. Like, the league ceases. You know what we watched last night after the game? Winning Time.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Winning Time.
Yeah.
And, which I love. I think the show's fantastic. But you know what it is? Now, again, I'm not telling you that, 80s basketball is some great product, right? I'm not telling you. Everything evolves the way it evolves. But it was more about the game and the sport than the landscape is now.
Right.
The landscape now is just completely different. You know what I mean? Like, it's about all the other nonsense. And it takes the great players to just put all that aside and become great. Like LeBron, I'll respect LeBron to the end. Because you know what he does? He go, I'm going offline and going dark and all that stuff. And he just focuses. Right? That's what makes him a winner.
Yep.
Steph Curry, you watch these dudes. You mentioned Luka, some of the younger guys. Right, Giannis, who's, they're just worried about winning, and it's, again, I don't know that. I look at Harden. I mean, maybe he's just poisonous. Maybe he's just that's what he is. I don't know.
Maybe.
No idea. Maybe again, you were taking a shot because ultimately Simmons. You were trying to get that contract. That contract is that contract.
Right.
That's a max deal. You got 3 of them. So, again, if you lose, if you didn't re-sign Harden, that's it. You can't replace his money. You're already capped out. So you got to keep those 3 contracts as almost, think of it as like space savers. Like, you got to have it.
Right.
You had to trade them. And you gave away, look, Drummond wasn't coming back, and Curry, you had to do it. The problem with that bench is Korkmaz is redundant, right? Like, bringing Korkmaz back made no sense.
Yeah.
Because you got Niang.
I know Danny Green went down yesterday, but the fact that Doc's answer was Korkmaz for a few minutes. Oh, my man's a turnstile on defense.
Right.
Like,
look, Shake Milton is what he is. I mean, he's not a guy who should never be in on these games. It's not his fault, right? But again, look at it. He had to play big minutes in Game 7 and Game last year, Game 6 this year.
Kept him alive a little bit,
right?
Yesterday.
Like, it was silly. So that's what that is. It's not his fault. You look at that bench, it's just horrible.
Yeah, and I get, you need to be smart with the bench. Like, here's what's crazy, right? They talked about it yesterday during the broadcast.
You didn't have a backup point guard.
Right.
You didn't have a point guard. So when Simmons crapped out, you didn't even have a point guard to go to.
Yeah, but the problem is with the Sixers, they haven't been able to hit on these cheaper guys, right? You talked about it. Josh Harris is willing to spend money, which is awesome, and we should be thankful for that they're spending the money. But it might be smart, it might not be smart, who knows? The problem is they have to be smart with getting the lower paid guys after that. Bringing back Korkmaz made absolutely no sense. The Miami Heat, and you heard Hubie Brown say it during the broadcast, they have 8 undrafted free agents on this team.
Yeah.
8 undrafted players.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, Duncan Robinson got paid. Tyler Hero got paid. But Max Strus isn't making that much money yet.
Well, listen,
Gabe Vincent isn't making money. And those are guys that are contributing.
Listen, Strus is the answer for Duncan Robinson. Like, Duncan Robinson's a bad contract, right?
Yeah.
So they made a mistake with Duncan Robinson. That's why he hasn't played. That's a mistake. Mm-hmm. But they overcome that mistake with Strus.
With a guy that they find that contributes.
Like another than Oladipo, I feel a certain way about Oladipo.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why? I showed you I wanted Oladipo. I even showed you that I texted certain people about Oladipo. Like, I thought that was a good answer to help develop, because they needed that guy off the bench. You need somebody who could score a little bit off the bench.
Yeah, they've needed that guy for a while now. That's the other thing. I know we talk about...
They have no point guard off the bench. Like, the makeup is bizarre. Like, who's got no point guard?
It's the same thing every year. I know it's different teams, different players. Same thing every year. I mean, who have been the guys contributing off the bench other than, like, Marco Bellinelli, who can hit a flurry of threes for you? But who is the guy that can control the game a little bit, like a Lou Williams? I know that's why you've been saying Tyrese Maxey should be coming off the bench.
I hate
is
to
that the answer next year?
I hate to bring this up, but like, and my cousin, we talked about it. But who's the guy? Like, listen, Giannis, the man, right, from Milwaukee. But who's the guy that has had such a dramatic impact on the toughness of that Bucks team, both on offense and defense? Who's that guy, Andrew? Drew Holiday is the guy.
Yes.
I'll answer. Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday goes there. He's a beast offensively. And he knows how to play and how to win and how to control things and how to allow Giannis to be Giannis. And they're doing it without Middleton.
Yeah, without Middleton. And they're balling out. And Giannis takes over, scores 40 points in their last game. And Drew Holiday plays ridiculous defense and drops 25 of his own. By the way, the exit interviews have begun. That's why I couldn't answer your question. I apologize. Korkmaz is talking now. Who cares? But I will let you know if somebody pops up that didn't speak yesterday.
Yeah, and at some point it'll be Doc and Daryl.
That's going to be fascinating.
Which should be a very interesting. Keep it right here all day, because if it's not on our show, certainly with Mikey Miss, the General, and Jen. Terrence, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey,
I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, welcome,
I might be
Terrence.
a little nervous.
Oh, please. You're talking to your buddy, please.
I want to say you're one of the greatest Philadelphians of all time. That's the first thing I want to say.
Oh, you're too kind, buddy. Please.
I want to make a shout-out to the song and Dave Zinkoff, because I've been watching the Sixers since 1975.
Oh, God bless you, my brother.
The best trades they have ever made was Bobby Jones, Moses Malone, and Jimmy Butler. The biggest mistakes they have ever made was not getting Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum, and Brad Darden.
Well, yeah, also, traded Moses and not signing Jimmy.
In 85, when we had got Barkley, 3-1 against the Boston Celtics, the future looked bright.
You know what's amazing he wasn't even 30 years old.
No.
I mean, that's amazing.
But Moses came here as a trade and embraced the city and took this team to the championship on his back.
Yeah.
We have nobody since then. This team they make so many changes every year. I blame the executive people upstairs and the general manager. They just don't know how to put a team together. I watched Golden State lose in the finals, miss 2 years of the playoffs, and now they may go back to the finals again. That's how you build a team. And they have young players for the future. We just keep making mistakes. Next year, we're going to have to bring in at least 4 more players.
Yeah, you're going to figure out. Now, thank God, I will say this, T. Thank God for Maxey.
Thank God for Maxey.
Because Maxey secures the future. Yeah, right. He secures the future. He almost, look at all the mistakes, right, throughout the years of the process and players that could have been here, however it worked out. But thank God you got Maxey because that's someone that he's a true all-star, right? Like that kid is a true player.
What I'm saying is we need a weak side rebounder.
Yes.
For Embiid.
Yeah.
Because the best thing that happened this year, I'm sorry, I don't want to.
No, great call. No, great call, Terrence. We never shot 84% from the free throw line. Out of all the Sixers teams that we had, other than maybe 83. This year we shot 84% from the free throw line. But we went down in rebounds. You know what hurts? It's funny because you were built. Part of the reason why you were built this way was because Simmons would board for you, right? He was such a unique player that he was going to board for you. And then when he quits on you, I think that hurt the structure of the team.
Yes. But they say we are blue-collar city, but they never bring the blue-collar players that match the intensity of the city. And that intrigues me.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're going to bring in some more players. I can look at the players that they bring in for this next year and see if we're going to win. If they don't do it like Golden State, we'll never win. And I feel sorry for Embiid and Maxey.
I know. I do too. Listen, Terrence, what a call. You don't be a stranger, please, okay? You're a great Sixer man.
Philadelphia, man. I love you.
Thanks, man. I love you too, buddy. Thanks, Terrence. I appreciate it. Again, this franchise, I love them to death, as I do the Birds and the Phillies and the Flyers. This Sixer team, this Sixer franchise has tortured us. I have to say this because it's been torture being a Sixers fan. Like that, I don't even think that people can understand it outside the area. Like they all look out of the process, and they don't understand. Like, what Terrence was talking about. They were set up. This is how long that they have failed. All right. They were set up for years. Pat Williams, who was the general manager, had raked Cleveland over the coals. They got a slew of number 1 picks. So just imagine that they win the last title and the Sixers came in 1983. And think about this for a second. In 1984, they had 3 number 1 picks. 3 number 1 picks, including one. They include 5 and 10. Imagine that. 5. This is on a championship team, a team that went 4-5-4. They had 5, 10, and 23, I think, or 22. They wound up taking Charles, Leon Wood, who was a ref, and Tom Sewell, who never played. But it shows you in 1984, they have 5, 10, and 22. And in 1986, they had the number 1 overall pick. And they screwed it up. They should have been a dynasty. Forget the Showtime Lakers. We should have had a dynasty in Philadelphia. A dynasty.
Yeah, and then you move forward.
But they failed.
Sean Bradley.
But it's an epic failure.
Larry Hughes.
Paul Pierce, right. And it goes on
Like
and
Dirk.
on and on
Dirk
and
was
on and
available.
on and on and on and on. And you want to talk about just raking you over the glass, the shards of glass.
Yep.
I mean, that's just torture. That's a special kind of torture. Aaron, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Aaron.
Man, you're going to make me cry, man. I've been crying, man. You're going to bring up all this stuff, and how much I suffered throughout the years, man. Oh, my God, man. Number one picks don't turn out to be nothing. Oh, my God, Ant, stop. Let's just talk about this team right now, okay? Doc can go. Doc, see you can go. Okay?
What happened? He went. You went.
You got that.
Call's back, Aaron. Call's back, buddy. You can finish. Mike, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Tunis.
What do you say, Mikey?
Oh, man, Anthony. Oh, my God.
I know.
You know, I don't understand what's wrong with the owners in this city. They know what we're about. Christ, you have a movie about toughness. Rocky. Come on. And you have all kinds of arrows pointing to what we want in this city and our athletes. You have athletes in the city, for instance, Kyle Lowry, the Morris twins, are the kind of players that we need on this basketball team.
Yes.
Why the hell can't we get them?
Yes.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. Explain it to me. You know, I just don't get it. We have no heart. They need to go see the Wizard.
I know.
They need a heart and a brain.
Yes.
You know, I
mean, they had no. You know what's amazing is they had no attack. Like they had no attack at all. Like there was nothing. There was think about the plan. Like what was your plan offensively?
Yeah.
I mean, you five dudes standing around, including the big guy. They would run at the big guy, and then the next thing you know, the ball's going the other way.
Exactly. They post them up on the high side, right?
Yeah.
And they're fronting them. Miami's fronting them. They had no answer.
No answer.
They had no answer for that.
No.
You know. I just am so frustrated. So it's going to be easy because it's like when you shine the light on a cockroach and they scatter.
Yes.
It's going to be really easy to see what kind of players they bring in here.
Yeah.
Our eyes are open. Our eyes are wide open.
Yeah.
Now we know this whole city. I don't care if you watch 2 or 3 games. Everybody knows what we need. And they better, damn it, bring them in here.
I feel you, baby.
And I don't want this retread coach. I don't want another retread old head coach. Get like Boston did. Do like look at Memphis. They had their superstar out, and look how they played.
Yes.
I need a coach, Anthony.
I hear you. I know. I agree with you.
And I would, I don't know what Jay Wright's going to do, but if I was,
I don't. Listen. I heard that before. I don't think Jay's doing that.
I would throw money at him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen. I know that they wanted him before. Listen, Jay's the greatest. He's not coming. He's not coming.
I know it's pie in the sky, but it's just the way I'm thinking now.
No, I know. I understand. I feel you.
I know. It's just if they let another Philly player. If they have a chance to draft a Philly player and they don't draft them, I'm done.
No, I hear you. I mean, the Bridges thing is just unbelievable.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And then what do we get? Nothing.
Yeah.
The kid gets an allergy, never plays.
I know.
Because you do stupid stuff.
Yeah, I know.
The basketball guys don't like stupid.
That's a good point. It's a great call, Mike. It's a great call, brother. Thanks, buddy. Hang in there, man. All right, brother. Thanks, man. No, you're right about that. They don't like stupid. That was stupid. That you traded Mikal Bridges. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's another story.
Ex-Kawhi.
There's analytics behind that move, too.
Yeah.
And the unprotected pick. Sometimes, assets are great.
You can use them correctly.
You got to get players. Players are, really good players
Optionality
is better than assets.
Optionality.
All right. We'll come back. Hang in there. Still time to commiserate. What a just horrible. All right. Let me tell you about my buddies over at the Bet Parks and the Bet Parks app. Wow. That Bet Parks app is a blast. Make sure you have it on your phone. Be part of your sports arsenal. I know the NBA playoffs are over here for us. They continue, but for us, they're over. And one thing I will say, Bet Parks app has futures. And so what? I look at the schedule. And, Birds to win the division, Birds over the season total. I like that schedule a lot. We got to at least talk about it for a few minutes in a little bit. Check out the Bet Parks app. They got futures. They got props. They got all kinds of in-game stuff. You name it. The Bet Parks app. Download it. Use the promo code Fanatic. Get you that risk-free bet up to $750. Sleek, man. It's casino games and slots and all those sports. They're all wrapped up into one and working in harmony right in your pocket. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Season done. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by your local PJ Willahans. What's better than enjoying a fine craft beer and award-winning wings while sitting in the sun on the patio of your local PJ's? Answer, nothing. The Sixers lost to the Heat yesterday. The season is over. They fall to the Heat in 6 games, and nobody really showed up yesterday, including James Harden, who took 2 field goal attempts in the second half of the game. His second half numbers were just awful the entire series, except for that Game 4 performance. He's set to make $47.4 million next season. It is a player option, so he'd be crazy not to take it. Later on today, Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey will speak to the media for their exit interviews. And, of course, you will be able to hear that live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by TeethKeepers.com. Dental and vision plans are for everyone, starting at under $8 a month at TeethKeepers.com. Go to TeethKeepers.com and enroll today. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. The Fanatic's Business of Sports is powered by Pico for Business.
Fox Sports announced that Tom Brady will become their lead NFL analyst someday. They'll just have to wait until he announces his retirement. Again, Brady is rumored to become the highest paid NFL analyst, earning between $20 and $25 million a year. That's not a bad way for Brady to ease into retirement after racking up almost $350 million as the best quarterback of all time. Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico. Pico has the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and save money. See how Pico is helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy use and improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal, and an energy profile report is generated. This energy profile report provides specific recommendations based on your facility's equipment and energy use, with ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to get up to a $700 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Requires enrollment in automatic payments and paperless billing. Prepaid card offer ends 5/22/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business customers only. Limited to Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change during and after term agreement. May not be combined with other offers. Most innovative company based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
At North Penn Mazda, it's easy to save big on some of the most impressive Mazda models on the market. Their certified pre-owned vehicle program gives you access to the heavily inspected, trusted Mazda cars and SUVs that will serve you well for years to come. Are you having trouble finding the right car? A certified pre-owned Mazda model from North Penn Mazda might just be the perfect option. Minutes from the Turnpike on Route 309 in Colmar, North Penn Mazda is the right experience and the right choice for your next new or certified pre-owned Mazda. Visit anytime at northpennmazda.com.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy. Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. N72. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
Okay, we need to talk about the savings I just got at Kohl's. Since the weather's getting warmer, I picked up some new tops for just $21.99, found shorts for $19.99, and got a pair of sandals for just $17. Oh, and on top of those already amazing deals, you can get an extra 15% off or even more with the Kohl's card. So yeah, if you're looking for more style and more savings, do yourself a favor and head to Kohl's. Select styles, 15% offer ends May 15th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. If you need a new roof, you have to call New Look Home Design. They have a team of people who will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. I had the luxury last Friday, to meet with the owner via Zoom, Patrick Fingles. He's awesome, right? My man is so passionate about what he does, and he knows that he does it right, and I trust him, man. Their team, they are 100% professional, and they offer everything to give you peace of mind. Totally opposite of what you might expect from smaller contractors. Here's what New Look Home Design offers. They offer same-day virtual and in-person estimates, whatever's easiest for you, and there's no obligation to buy. So if the guy comes out, right, checks the roof and says, all right, here's the price, he's not going to pester you. If you say, I'm not ready to make that purchase yet, they will walk away. They'll give you line-by-line pricing, so there's no hidden fees. You'll know that the day they come by. A 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there's no surprises. And in my opinion, best of all, they offer you a solid warranty. They do it right. So if you need a new roof, call
call New Look Home Design. Now through May 31st, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. You can call them today. 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Or visit them online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's nulookhomdesign.com. Tell them Andrew sent you.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hello. All right, Tunis. Oh, it's 12 o'clock across the Delaware Valley. First 2 hours, I mean, this is how we feel. Look, I'll start the show and no, it's not going to change for a long time. No, when the season ends, there's a whole grieving situation that happens. It's a whole sense of loss, right? Like
5 stages of grief, man.
You do. You're going to have all those stages. Like, you got to go through that stuff. Because now there's, again, there's no meaningful games up until, as baseball starts to get, wind down a little bit, and football.
Good win for the Phils yesterday, although they tried giving it up, but that's all right.
Yeah, well, you beat the Dodgers. I'm happy. Yeah. The schedule came out.
Yes, it did.
I thought the schedule was a great schedule.
And I found myself, now maybe part of it was the Sixers were crapping the bed, that I found myself looking through the schedule and going, it actually looks pretty good for the Eagles.
No, when you look at it, let me take, we're going to take 5 minutes now and then 5 minutes in the 1 o'clock hour to discuss, because I need it for my own sanity. So it starts at Detroit, right? Then the Monday night game against the Vikings. Then you're at Washington and Wentz. Then you're home against Dougie P and the Jags, right? So that's at least a 3-1 start, if not 4-0, right?
Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean, again, loosely, I'm saying loose expectations. I'm not. This isn't the hard W and hard L type of thing, but
right.
You look at it,
winnable games to start
right?
the season.
And then you got this. Then you got at Arizona, tough game. But look, that team's not a great team. And they have their own issues.
Well, Hopkins is out for a while.
Yeah, they have their
steroid issue.
Exactly. You got your own issues there.
You saw Kyler Murray once he lost him last year.
Right. Now, so you have that. Then you have the Sunday night game at home against the Cowboys. Then you have a bye, which is a good bye. Then you got your home against the Steeler team that's, got no quarterback.
Yep.
We're going to have a young quarterback. Then you get the Thursday night game. That's at Houston.
Should be a dub.
Right? So
Davis Mills going to beat you.
There's more winnable games there. Then you're home on Monday night against Wentz again. And then you're at Indy. That's going to be a tough game. Then you're Sunday night home pack. And we know about, Green Bay and, what they're going to do weapon-wise. And you're home against Tennessee. It's the A.J. Brown requital game.
And you actually have linebackers this year.
Right.
I mean, it's still hard to stop Derrick Henry, but at least you got linebackers this year.
Then you got 3 straight road games, but, one's the Giants.
Not a far trip.
One's the Bears. They got issues. And then you got Christmas Eve against Dallas. Feast of the Cowboys.
Yes.
And then you're home Saints, home Giants, end of the season. I don't know. I see a lot of wins on that schedule.
And hopefully the Saints are reeling at that point. Because they're, you got their draft pick next year. That'd be nice.
I mean,
by the way, I want to give a huge shout out.
That's a nice looking schedule.
To the D Train, Dylan McKinnon. He did some research this morning.
Yeah.
The Eagles play only one team this season coming out of a bye, all year, and it's the Bears.
Wow.
That's good work by the D Train. Because remember last year the Eagles?
Yeah.
I think there were like 3 or 4 teams coming out of a bye that the Eagles had to face.
But the only thing is, in fairness, the schedule worked in their favor because of the quarterbacks they faced.
Well, yeah, definitely.
So, it evened out. I mean, that's the thing. If you just look at it, though, the schedule really kind of sets up nicely. All those powerhouse. One of the great things is that you get to play the AFC South, so you miss the West, which is a juggernaut, and the East is pretty good too.
Yeah.
So that's the North. So you play the weakest AFC conference.
Yeah, it's a favorable schedule, and let's see if Jalen Hurts. You've heard good things about him this offseason. Let's see who he is as a thrower when it comes down to it. Right? Obviously, we know the explosiveness with his legs and the stuff that he can do, but you have way too many weapons now to be a 30 to 40 runs a game kind of team. Right? You got Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. You've work to do, and so it'll be interesting to see if he's a guy that can take his game to the next level throwing the football.
Yep.
Plus, some of these teams like Arizona can score a lot of points.
Yeah.
Right. Green Bay, we know no matter who the weapons are, it's still Aaron Rodgers. They can score a lot of points.
No, but it should be. But my point to you is that it should be really interesting. It's a favorable schedule. No matter, listen. At some point, we'll do W's and L's and have fun with it. They don't mean anything. We know they don't mean anything, but it's just a fun little exercise to pass the time. All you really do, we do W's and L's. I always hate it when people go, that's so ridiculous. Why would you do that? Well, we understand that so much can change and that you can never predict the future, but it's fun. It's just thinking about it. All you're really doing is thinking about the schedule and how it may play out. That's it. It's just a fun thing. It's like these playoffs, right? You try to approach it and have fun with it until it blows up in your face.
Well, yeah, it would have been more fun with the schedule today had the Sixers won. By the way, Stephen A. Smith apparently on ESPN today said that Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers are obviously going to meet privately today. He is being told that Doc Rivers will survive. He will last another year in Philadelphia.
Wow. What happened to the Laker thing?
It's a good question.
Let him go to the Lakers. What happened to that? That is a mistake. And it's a mistake for him, and it's a mistake for, I think, the organization. I don't think I think that's a lack of fan base confidence, the whole thing. We'll see if it plays out that way. Let's go to Steve in Virginia. Stevie, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, it's E, not Steve.
Oh, E, how are you, E?
So I appreciate you guys. You said you feel for us, but I feel for you having to be on the radio today. That's where my mind's at, because I can't even imagine. I was ready to get a Bagster last night, put all my Sixer stuff in the Bagster.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I was at, man. And then you hit me with another blow with the Stephen A. Smith. I hope you don't know what the heck he's talking about.
I know. I feel the same way. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I hope.
Yeah, I hope.
You know what it is? It's torturous. Like, this has been torture. The last two series alone are so difficult.
And we're just getting over last year.
Yes.
I like probably everybody else. We still were getting over last year, and then we get to this year and we have to deal with it all over again, another year, right? Because it doesn't start till the playoffs, right? So, whatever they do in the off season, and Harden, I can't, we didn't get what we thought we were going to get. And so, we needed that perimeter player. We needed someone that could, create off the bounce and create offense themselves. And we thought we were getting that with him. And we didn't get it. So I always thought that with Ben, our championship window was going to start when his game evolved to the point where he had an offensive game, and that was the window. And when he got that, that's when the window started. And obviously that didn't happen. But I'm terrified to bring Harden back, and I know he's going to sign this option because he'd be crazy not to. I'm praying he's crazy and he's delusional and thinking that he can get a bigger deal. And that's what I'm praying on, because he comes back. I mean, what are we going to do? We're cash strapped. We need some things, man. We need some killers. We need some gritty guys. Maxey's a silver lining, and maybe he can kind of extend this a little bit as he grows. But we're in a bad spot, man. And bringing Harden back and Doc back.
I know, and I don't see how that doesn't happen, right? Like, here's the thing about Doc. Unless there's some sort of, and the Lakers aren't going to help you out, right? Like,
mutual.
Like it's got to be, like, he's got to want to leave Doc, right? And you got a lot of money left now, and with the owner's not going to pay off 3 years, right?
Right. Yeah,
it tells you Stephen A's report's probably right.
He's probably right. He's probably right, and that's the terrifying thought. So, I don't know where we go. You mentioned Miles Bridges earlier.
That's just me. Legs and I were just texting back and forth about it.
I was thinking the same thing, but you got to move Tobias for that. If Harden stays, you're going to have to trade Tobias to get somebody like that. But that's what they need. They need those kind of players, man. They need some guys that can be, maybe they're not superstars, but they need some guys that can create offense and
you got to have some. You're right. Listen, I love you, buddy. You hang in there, all right? Please have a good weekend. Again, what's so befuddling, like mind-numbing, is there was just no approach. Like, what are you trying to accomplish offensively? Like, Harden came in late and the bench was no good. I'm not talking about the bench. The starters had no idea how to play together. Like, where did that come from? All right, game 5, you have no energy, whatever it is, you can't come back the same way. And again, there was no plan. That's what it's driving me nuts. What was the plan? Look, Rivers is going to talk today. I hope that he tells us what they were trying to accomplish offensively. What were you trying to do?
Yeah, it was just staying on the perimeter the entire time.
I saw nothing. Like, now tell me what was in your mind as opposed to what was executed. Because obviously, he had to have something in his mind.
Yeah, because all the players said there was no plan. That's terrifying.
Like, seriously. And that's what
Facing elimination, got no plan?
And he can't blanch at that. Like, this is my problem with Doc Rivers. You can't blanch about, well, you write that or how you feel that way or blah, 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 blah. You gotta own it, Doc. What your players said, they had no idea what they were going to run offensively. No idea what you heard it to a man. Well, you got to answer for that. And if you put it back on them and say, well, James didn't run this, well, then so be it. But you got to answer why you look so haggard and so haphazard against that freaking defense. Like, that was unbelievable. In a closeout game, you have no idea what you're doing offensively.
Yeah, and it's not like the Heat did anything like genius, right? Like, I know Spoelstra's a hell of a head coach, but it's not like they did anything where I got, wow, they knew how to stop the Sixers. I mean, they were just all floating out there. Everybody was on the perimeter. I go back, the Houston days, at least, it was the same thing over and over again. Isolation, James Harden, but Clint Capella would come up to set a screen, and either Harden would drive, he'd step back, or he'd lob it up to Capella. At least they had some sort of a plan. There was nothing. It was just Harden, dribble, got nothing. Let me pass it to somebody last second. That's what it was for 4 quarters.
Yeah,
I said it last year when Danny Green got hurt. It killed them, right? Losing Danny Green killed them in that Hawks series. But I still say, as much as it killed them, they should have overcome that. You can't tell me that losing Danny Green yesterday is the reason why they lost that game.
No.
Like that can't change everything for you. I know it happened early, but you're not game planning around Danny Green.
I mean,
all he does is stand in the corner.
I just don't understand like what they were trying to accomplish. Anytime you have a game plan or any sport, I mean, everybody knows. Look, it's down to it. I'm a pitcher, and I go, all right, well, I know that this is a first pitch hitting fastball type of lineup I'm facing, right? Or whatever. So I'm going to go, my strategy is going to go more junk early in the count. I might try to get a breaking ball over, whatever. You got a goal, a strategy. What was their strategy?
Was none. There was none. It was just isolation ball.
What is that?
For four quarters.
It's to the point where you got Maxey thinking, well, nobody's doing anything.
Yeah, so let me take charge.
Right. I mean, that's what's unforgivable from a Harden standpoint. That was worse than Simmons. I can't believe that he was worse than Simmons on Father's Day. He was. That second half, he was horrible.
Yep.
Slick Rick, what's happening, baby?
I'm going to say I'm shocked, Cuzzo. And
yeah.
I'm going to keep it 100. It's like I'm not the regular Sixer fan. You got to know. I go hard. I was picking out my clothes for a parade. I bet big money. Like some people might bet $50, $100. Nah, I can show you my tickets. You and Truman's going to have lunch and breakfast on me the whole summer.
Yeah. Oh, God.
The whole summer. Like I can show you all these tickets. So I'm not the regular fan. Oh, rah, criticize, call up, talk a whole bunch of trash.
Yeah.
No, I bet. I'm like a shareholder with no shares to show for my losing tickets.
Yeah.
See, I go heavy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's not your fault, Cuzzo.
No, I know, but I don't want you to, lose your money. I feel bad.
Investment, though. It just drops. Like Amazon took a hit.
Yeah.
Listen.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. But my thing is this, all right? I'm looking at who's left in the playoffs. Luke is a special talent. Dallas is still playing. Memphis has John Morant. He's out. Memphis is still playing. Like these young players on other teams, and they're ahead of us. Like I'm hurt. I'm like, all right, when we come back and we regroup for next year, how's that possible when we went backwards? I'm negative, never negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just keeping it in reality perspective. We went backwards. We did a game 7 last year. We did 6 games this year.
I know.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
I know. And,
here I am.
You know what's amazing was it was watching the same type of game. They had no plan. There was no plan. They were tragically bad. And then in many ways, they were worse last night than they were on Father's Day.
Yes, I agree.
Except they played a better team last night.
I'm not going to lie. The game is not played on paper, but on paper, we smoked Miami. But you know what? It's hard. And in retrospect, we traded our heart. We traded our heart to the team we played. Butler. Should have never let him go.
Yeah. But here's the problem. Now you sound like Joel, right? And you can't change the past. You can't whine about it. You can't cry about it. Oh, you wish we had Jimmy. You can't. And hang in there, Slick Rick. I mean, that was my problem with Joe. He's like, yo, dude, you got to own it, man. You can't be crying about Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he basically blamed the organization for the
I'm not the GM. You can't do that. Like, first of all, you should have been down low. All right? Like, he should have been down low.
Yeah, because here's the other thing.
You got 5 guys hanging around the perimeter, and he's got to go down low. You got to go down low.
And clearly, the mask is affecting the shot, like the jump shot.
I mean, I don't even care about the mask. I mean, listen, I know the guy's hurt. and I'm not going to pin it on them. But you still got to contribute. You still got to go. That doesn't excuse you not going down low. I'm not saying you're going to camp down there the whole time, but when they're going to play that zone, you got to be able to go to the low block at times. You have to. Because you're not going to, you can't run an offense successfully like that. You hear it, right, Jonas? I mean, look at that.
No, you can't. You can't just stand out there, which is what they did for 4 quarters, man.
And then you can't blame, well, I got no Jimmy Butler. Well, guess what, dude? That's not an excuse. This is where I give more the credit in the world. He took care of his body. He made himself into being an MVP player.
Yeah, took a freak elbow to the face.
So I give him all the credit in the world for that. He's got one last step to become a champion, and that's to change his attitude, his body language, and afterwards, like, oh, I'm not the GM. Well, guess what? Own it. You're the process. You're bigger than Daryl Morey. All right. Let me tell you about Royal Billiard and Recreation. Summertime just started. Did you know that? Yeah. I got a great way to have a good, strong bond with your family and your friends. How about hanging out, a little late-night shuffleboard, a little late-night ping pong, skee ball, darts, poker, you name it. Look, when you get an item like that, you're just not buying a game. You're going to create memories. You're going to create joy for your family. That's Royal Billiard. That's what they do. That's what Audra and her team does. They make memories and bonds become a reality. That's why I love them. Royal Billiard sales and service teams, they're the best in that industry. They'll help you choose the right products for your home, install them with a smile. It's fun. Royal Billiard, purveyor of fun and memories and bonds, and they'll go anywhere you want. Your house, shore house, mountain house, whatever house you got. Visit the Royal Billiard Showroom, Hatfield, PA, or at royalbilliard.com. Royal Billiard Recreation, the Delaware Valley's ultimate game room store since 1982.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Yep, season's over. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by CNC Heating and Air Conditioning, your local and still family-owned and operated experts for 50 years, proudly servicing Bucks and Montgomery counties. Visit cc-hvac.com. The Sixers fell to the Heat yesterday in Game 6, so they lost their series 4 games to 2. The season has come to an end, and now we start preparing for the offseason and what's next for the Sixers, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done, whether it's with the bench or whether it's a new starter. James Harden, of course, he's a player option worth $47.4 million. He'd be crazy not to take it, so expect him to be back next year. Exit interviews are happening today. Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey will speak at some point. You'll be able to hear it live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by your local Ford store. It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. Ford F-Series, the best-selling pickups in America for 45 straight years. Check them out at buyfordnow.com and at your local Ford store. Keep it locked in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update for 97.5 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
NBA, the Sixers saw their season come to an end on Thursday night, falling to the Miami Heat in Game 6, 99-90. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey each had 20 points in the loss. Miami advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they'll take on either Boston or Milwaukee. Major League Baseball, the Phillies will face the Dodgers in Los Angeles tonight. Kyle Gibson against Clayton Kershaw. Philadelphia plus a 1.5, minus 114 on the run line. The Dodgers are minus 105. Looking at the money line, Philadelphia plus 190. The Dodgers are minus 230 with an over-under run total of 7.5. DraftKings Sportsbook is America's favorite sportsbook app. I'm Tony Desiri, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's John Kincaid from my friends at Copare Health. Copare, COPARE Health.com. I've been telling you about it. I've been on my personal plan now for 2.5 weeks. I am already down 7.5 pounds. Vance is my personal guide through the Copare Health process. You may have your own reasons for wanting to lose weight. Me, my weight goes up, my weight goes down. Over periods of time, I've gained and lost the same 25 pounds over and over. Down 7.5 pounds in 2 weeks. The program is easy to follow. It's not a bunch of prepackaged foods. It is about changing your mentality, changing your relationships with food, exercise, and getting yourself on a plan that works for you. You could lose 30 pounds by the middle of this summer if you get on your plan now with CoPair Health. I want you to give them a call today. They'll have a nice discount for you as a Fanatic listener. So go to copairhealth.com, COPARE health.com. Do what I'm doing. Change your lifestyle, feel better, look better with CoPair Health.
Hey, Sixer fans, it's Matt Cord, and I'd like to introduce you to Hauser, the official real estate partner of our Philadelphia 76ers. They believe real estate is broken, and they're on the fast break to disrupt the industry. Hauser is a next-generation type of real estate company built around you, the customer, using improved technology and a team of full-service salaried real estate agents who aren't about their commission, and they know your neighborhood inside and out. And that's not all. Their no-commission listings have saved customers hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plus, they can guarantee an offer on your home immediately. Looking to buy instead, but tired of losing homes you love to higher offers? Hauser can help you make an all-cash offer today, allowing you to win more easily. Backed by the best reviews in the industry and their official real estate partnership with the 76ers, let Hauser show you a better home buying and selling experience. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER. Hauser.com.
You know, as a two-time cancer survivor, I know that when it comes to funding cancer research, every dollar counts. And I'm thrilled to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research has agreed to partner with us once again this year as the official charity of the John Kincaid Show. So if you've been touched by cancer directly or through someone you care about, join us in working to defeat these devastating diseases, because together we can help accelerate scientific discoveries that are going to benefit patients and families everywhere. Make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today, because donations from private citizens like you and me add up to big breakthroughs that are going to save lives. And I'm living proof. There's almost 17 million of me out there. I know it's a scary thought. We're cancer survivors today because of you and your generosity. The AACR and its more than 50,000 researchers worldwide drive the progress. Join me. Donate today. Support the scientists and doctors who will discover that next breakthrough. Let's give hope to cancer patients and their families. Donate online right now. AACR.org/fanatic. That's AACR.org/fanatic, because cancer research saves lives.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author and star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept called the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma, at 1-800-960-8585. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. I'll even pay your shipping and handling, no credit card required. So don't delay, call right now. 1-800-960-8585. That's 1-800-960-8585. 1-800-960-8585.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Kick off your summer concert season with Disturbed. Oh, wow. Their only area appearance. Saturday, May 21st at Camden's Waterfront Music Pavilion. See 8 great bands for one low price. Just $25. Including The Pretty Reckless, Royal Blood, Living Color, Lilith Czar, Crowbot, and Low Cut Connie. Don't miss this all-day rock show starring Disturbed. Get tickets while you can at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage headquarters. At Wawa Siptopia, every sip is a quick trip to your happy place. Relax and lose yourself in a delicious smoothie or creamy milkshake. Recharge on the go with a new frozen coffee or frozen refresher. No matter what your favorite beverage is, here's your chance to indulge. So whether you like it hot, frozen, fruity, or caffeinated, Wawa Siptopia awaits. See store for details.
Whoa, is that the new pork adobo chalupa from Wawa? I've been so curious. Is the adobo seasoning fiery or savory?
That's right.
Well, which is it?
Absolutely.
Well, it can't be fiery and savory at the same time. Can it? Okay, well, at least tell me this. Is the fire-roasted corn smoky or sweet?
Oh, totally.
So both. Or neither?
Now you're getting it.
Okay, salsa verde, tangy or spicy?
Yes.
Zip or kick?
Satisfy your culinary curiosity with the new chalupas at Wawa.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right. It's over. You believe it's over?
Bad things happen in Philadelphia. Bad things.
Can't believe it's over. Unreal. Jonas, that it's over. That's the loss that you feel.
So it's funny. Well, it's not funny. But Christy went to bed last night as the game was coming to an end, and I kind of just sat there in my misery. I told you I started watching Suns Mavericks.
Right.
I had the Phillies game on. And so this morning when I was on the phone with her driving in, I go, man, I can't believe they're just done. And she goes, what do you mean? I was like, well, last game. Like they don't play again until October, November. It's just over.
Yeah. And here's the thing. This is by no fault of the fan base. But this reminds me, I hate to say it because I know how it turned out, but it reminds me somewhat of the Eagles' runs of the early aughts. And what happens is you come to the point where you don't even care about the regular season.
Yeah.
Where it's not even about that. It's like, are you going to go make a real title run or what?
Or what are we doing here? One of those kind of
right,
things.
like, listen, it happens, right? They come around, you get excited for a little bit, then you're like, all right, dude, like, let's go. The same nonsense, and you're going to go, I need to fast forward to the end of the season next year. Because that's all a part of the idea of, because you're stagnant, you can't get past the second round, it's torture.
Yeah. 4 times in the last 5 years.
I mean, you're going on 10 years now, dude, of this process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Almost 10 years. You're going over 20 years since you've reached the Eastern Conference Finals. At least those Eagles teams that you talked about reached the NFC Championship games.
Right, in the Super Bowl in 04.
This team can't get out of round 2.
By the way, it's a Fanatic Friday. Fanatic Fridays presented by Pumpman Philly. Go to pumpmanphilly.com. Need a water expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement. Count on Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. And don't forget our 12 o'clock hour brought to you by Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months, $5 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com.
Can Pumpman fix the flow of the Sixers offense next year?
What flow?
Well,
what was the idea? What was the plan?
I need to fix the flow, man. It's
what was the plan? Like, James Harden was as bad as Simmons was last year.
Yeah.
In Game 7.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Like, we'll get to everybody, and I know Mark's going to say, well, blame it B2. Well, he gets a little bit, but come on. He took 2 shots.
2 shots.
2 shots. You're the
Top
point guard.
75 player.
You're the one with the ball in your freaking hands. I don't want to hear, the ball didn't come back to me. You're the point guard. You're supposed to be a top 75 player, but you let Shake Milton go take 10 shots, don't you?
Yeah, there was the one time where he was calling for Shake to come over to take the ball out of his hand. Now, I get it. He had the hot hand, but come on, man. We had to get to Shake Milton being the hot hand in the second half for them to actually make it a ball game.
I mean, that's a joke. Are you kidding me?
And the problem is, you and I talked about this morning before the show started when you and I were on the phone. Like, the Heat were almost trying to let you take the game in the first half. In the first half, the Sixers, if they played a little bit better, they have almost a double-digit lead.
But you know what? You know what's still I can't get over, and it's eating at me. I'm angry, and I'm angry for this fan base and for all these people who care, and I'm completely angry. But you know what? It really bothers me? The fact that they showed so little fight that they didn't even block out.
Yep.
Hey, you want to get on Embiid? Yo, dude, how you let P.J. Tucker go get an offensive rebound? Put your body.
You didn't finish it.
I never did that before. That's the first.
Yeah, but I didn't finish it.
I can't believe it.
That was just a poorly edited bleep.
Oh, my God. I never, ever, ever have done that. Where I almost slipped. I was one cuss sound of slipping.
Yeah, you were close.
Put your bleeping body on somebody. That's how mad I am. That's how I can't believe it. I can't believe that you sat there and got out rebounded. I can't believe you sat there and just didn't go to the ball. You didn't fight. You didn't show any emotion. You didn't show any want. Come on, man. That's not cool.
You were just very passionate about the what's the dish called? Pho? You were just very passionate about that.
I've never done that before, dude. I can't help myself. I'm so incensed. I mean, listen, you lose on a doinks or okay, whatever. I get it. But you can't lose like that. I'm sorry. That's inexcusable. The passivity. You're just going to – and that's what irritates me at Harden. That was just weak. All around weak. Eric, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yeah. Man, I really, really hate to be that guy, man. But I just feel like the series was over once Embiid with the face situation, man. I feel like the series was over. So as soon as that happened,
and maybe it was, but they went and tied it though, Eric. Like they tied it 2-2. And here's what bothers me is that the effort they gave you, like they didn't block out, they didn't play defense, man.
And honestly, I'm not even going. I hate to be that guy, like I said, man, but. Soon as Danny Green went down, I said it's over.
Yeah,
I really said it's over.
It's why you were right.
I'm like it's over. Like,
but how do you let that? Like, how does that now? Now you just go, you quit? Is that what they are? Like, look at Harden. How does he take 2 shots in the second half?
Yeah, that's inexcusable. It's no excuses for Harden's second half performance at all. Like, there's no excuse for that.
And they played no defense. Like they didn't play defense
at all. And I don't look at it as like a defensive team, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
Like just logically looking at this team, like I knew he wasn't ready. Like I knew he wasn't. I know Philadelphia. We very emotional people when it comes to our sports, man. I get it. But I knew he wasn't ready for this right now. Like I knew he wasn't.
You know what? But what's inexcusable though, and listen, maybe they weren't ready to win a championship. Maybe the bench wasn't good enough, and maybe Joe wasn't 100%. All that stuff is true. But here's what I can't get over: I can't get over it. They didn't even have a plan. Like, they won the first. Even the series. They won the next 2 games, make it 2-2. You know what I mean?
And I think that's inexcusable for that. I think that show how big of a force Embiid is for us to get blown out the first 2 games and us damn near blow them out the first 2 games. He come back.
Yeah,
like it's not like we just won those 2 games.
Right.
And he came back. We like dominated those 2 games when he came back. Like, and I could just see. Embiid was not Embiid. He wasn't like yesterday. Like, I could see that that facial injury really affected his whole demeanor.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think you're dead right about that.
He wasn't MVP Embiid after that face injury. Like,
listen. I think you're right about that. And whatever, but that doesn't explain Doc Rivers not having a plan. Like, what were you trying to do? Like, listen, whether you go, I'm sure you played, a million basketball games, right? Like, right? All right, like, this is what I want to try to do. I want to try to post up, get the ball down low. I want to move the ball to weak side, right? I want to crash. There's nothing.
It's almost like, because, we know Jimmy Butler, bro. I mean, we know Jimmy Butler. Like, Jimmy Butler is very familiar with us. And Jimmy Butler wasn't losing that game last night. No. He wasn't. I could see it on Jimmy Butler's face.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a Sixers jersey with that demeanor before.
I know.
And he was not losing that game.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, and we got to give them a little bit more respect than
I'm giving. Listen, he gets all the respect in the world. That's not the point.
Everything that bad could possibly happen to the Sixers happened to us, bro.
Yeah, but they didn't fight. That's my problem. Listen, I gotta run. I gotta run. Listen, I love talking to you, man. You call again, please. Take it easy, babe. I got it. Like, again, I can't excuse the effort. When you're back, you're about to lose, and you're about to go home, and I felt like Harden and Embiid, to some extent, were ready for the season to end. Like, put us out of the misery. That's what I felt like. The only guy that I saw balling out to the end was Tyrese.
Yeah, he's the only one that really showed any heart.
He's a kid. Yes. Was Maximus. He was the only one. Bill, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Yo, Bill.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
How you feeling, Billy?
Not too good, man. But, and the report that Doc's coming back? Oh, my God. That, man, I was rocking back and forth and wrenching my hands, man. I'm like, oh, my God. Please, Lord. Please. I'm like, no. I can't do this.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine seeing him next year? And same lecturing you.
I'm telling you, this is my point, though, with this. We lost the game because of Brett Brown and because of Doc. Because their game plan, they did have a game plan. The game plan was to dump the ball down to Embiid. And you can't keep doing that. You got to have a pick and roll. Bread and butter should have been pick and roll hard in all season. They ain't set no screens for the guards to get.
But when Miami goes with zone, he didn't go. Billy, he didn't even sniff the lane. He didn't sniff the low block.
No, that's what I'm saying. He needs to come out and do a pick and roll. Say, where.
Well, how about you go post up? How about you go work the low block?
Oh, what it was too. I know how they lost in Game 3. What happened? Why they were able to do it? They doubled on Embiid when he made the move. On Game 4, they doubled on the catch. On Game 5, they doubled. They didn't even double. They denied the ball, and that's what killed him. If you don't get the ball in Embiid, we're done.
Right. No, and I agree with you. But how come they didn't work any low screens? Right. You free them up. You work that low screen. You know how it is, right, where you go weak side and you move across the lane off the pick to get you the ball.
None of that.
Nothing.
And then that's why the team. They get deflated. That's why Embiid molts. That's why Harden gave up, because their coach doesn't have a game plan. And they're like, we're sitting here fighting, and you don't even have nothing for us to do, man. What more do you want us to do?
Yeah.
There was no game plan. That's why they gave up.
Yeah, but you can't give up. I can't. That's not an alibi.
The coach ain't giving us nothing, man.
Yeah, listen, I don't. Listen, you're not wrong, Bill. You're not wrong about the game plan. You're not wrong about that. The only problem is you can't quit. You can't.
Yeah.
And they quit defensively. They quit on loose balls. How many loose balls they get? How about getting out rebound? They're giving up offensive board after offensive board. Are you kidding me?
And for defense, why is it every other team could double contract or double team our best player? We don't do that to the other team. Jimmy Butler should have never got the ball.
I hear you. Billy.
Him.
I know, man. But listen, you hang in there, buddy. Yeah.
All right, man.
Good talk. Good talk. Everybody's. I mean, we're commiserating. This is what we do. I guess you know what. We're so used to doing this. And again, there's nothing that has been said today through the first 2 hours and 46 minutes of the program that has been unfair. There's been nothing that has been said that's been unfair, Tunis.
No, absolutely not. Like that, nobody's saying trade Joel Embiid. Nobody has said that. Nobody's saying that, you got to blow up the team and start over. Everybody's saying, lack of effort yesterday. Doc Rivers didn't really have a plan, which is alarming because he's considered a top 15 coach of all time and may be one of the most overrated coaches of all time we might be figuring out. I don't think anybody's taken harsh shots at anybody on the bench. The bench just stinks. Like, we know that. Like, they're just not a deep team. They have work to do this offseason. Daryl Morey has a lot of work to do this offseason. I don't think anybody's been out of line with anything they've said all day. And that's what sucks, right? Like, it doesn't...
You know what's amazing? Listen, Morey, thank God didn't make that trade. Or thank God the Houston didn't make that trade.
A couple years ago, yeah.
And they don't have Maxey.
Right.
Because if they were sitting here now and they don't have Maxey...
Oh, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
The fact that you got Maxey is a light. That at least keeps you going, that you have a really good piece. And I got to give Tobias credit. He was the only one last night that stood there and answered everything like a man.
Didn't say next question.
All right. He had a conversation with it. Whatever question it was, he answered it like a professional. He didn't, you knew he was disappointed. You knew, but he answered every question, and he tried to be as forthright as possible. Aaron, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic, Aaron.
No, I ain't.
Oh,
I'm back, man.
You got zapped. Something happened.
Yeah, I got zapped. I don't know why I got zapped. Maybe I was going to curse just like you almost.
No, you didn't get zapped from Tunis. You got zapped out of the
the phone gods,
the ether.
All right. Now the leadership. I'm going to go with this. The leadership. We want Embiid to be a better leader. So now you got to go to management. You got to go up there. You got to touch the more. Whoever Josh has, you got to go up there and say, look, I need another score on this team. Give me a score. I need some more rebounding on this team. Give me some rebounding.
Yes.
We need a better bench. Give me a better bench. Then we can get a championship. That's what leaders do. You go in there and you demand stuff. You say, listen, man, because, all leaders come and say what they need to have a good, to have a good product. Oh, that's just the general manager's job. Man, Pete, shut up. Go in there and demand some stuff. Tell them that, this is what I need to make this team a winner. Are we going to just get bounced out all the time, man? We need some good young players. Or play the ones that, play somebody to see if they can play. I mean, I look at the NBA, man. Everybody's playing. They playing young guys.
Well,
thank God for Maxey.
Right, Maxey's.
Thank God for Maxey. Because if we ain't have him, we'd be. I'm about to say out of luck. I mean, because, you know, you need people that could come off the bench, or you need some strong influence and people that want to play. And the coach now, Embiid, tell them, listen, I want Jay Wright. Give him all the money you can. Bring him aboard.
He's not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming.
Man, I need somewhere.
He's not coming. He's not coming. Doc Rivers. Look, Stephen A. said it. Doc Rivers coming back.
Stephen A. said.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I hear you, but we're not making a decision. I feel you, but unfortunately, look, I don't think Stephen A.'s wrong here.
Jamie also brought up a point this morning that he's not wrong with either. Not that I question the front office is willing to spend money and stuff, but Doc's still under contract for 3 years. And they just finished paying Brett Brown off this year.
Yeah, they're not going to go. Now they're going to have another coach on the payroll.
For 3 years?
Now, the only way that he's out of here is if he negotiates some sort of buyout. Like the Lakers thing is real and he's able to escape. Because I can't imagine he wants to come back. But, you know.
Hey, before he got here, nobody picked the Sixers to do anything.
Without a job.
That was one of the most asinine statements.
You're not walking away from that kind of money.
You had Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris.
I know.
That's an asinine statement, Doc.
Yeah, I know.
I know he's stubborn. Come on, dude. We don't have to lie now.
Yeah, well, that's stubbornness. You're right. Oh, Lord. Time for the Bagster.
Oh, good thing it holds a lot of space.
3,300 pounds, 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag. I might need to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, all your hardware stores. What's that place? Warren's?
Warren's, man.
Right? And Malka Hill. I might have to go get all these joints and grab as many bags as I can to fill from the last 2 nights. But especially last night. Oh, my God. But listen, the Bagster does help with the cleanup. If you just are cleaning up the house, you're remodeling, you're doing the basement, you're spring cleaning the garage, whatever it is, the Bagster handles it, man. It's sold. I'm telling you, you can get it all for $29.99. That's just $29.99. Whatever your cleanup plans are, the garage, the attic, remodeling, the Bagster can handle it. You buy it, you fill it, you schedule your collection, poof, it's gone. No time limit, it's completely on demand. Go to Bagster.com. You can find a store nearest you and get all the details. Anthony Gargano telling you to clean it up, this mess. The Bagster. Dumpster in the bag.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Season ended. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by DryTech Waterproofing. Protect your home with DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Fanatic listeners receive 15% off when they mention Missinelli. For water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or mold remediation, trust the experts at DryTech. That's DryTechCorp.com. The Sixers fell to the Heat yesterday in Game 6, so the series has come to an end. The season has come to an end. James Harden, he's going to be back. He's a player option next year of $47.4 million. He's not going to turn that down. He'd be crazy to turn that down. Stephen A. Smith, earlier this morning on ESPN, said that Doc Rivers is likely to return as head coach next year. So there's going to be a lot of talk about what the Sixers should and shouldn't do this offseason. But, of course, we are reacting to the game all day today on The Fanatic. Make sure you hear Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey as they will speak to the media at some point today. You'll be able to hear it live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Bally's Atlantic City. Experience Bally's Atlantic City's brand new Carousel Bar, the only 360-degree rotating bar in New Jersey. Visit Bally'sAC.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
You know, our pets may fight for screen time during an important video conference, or maybe steal our spot in bed. They might even knock everything off the dresser while staring you directly in the eye. But that's why we love them, and why the most loving pet parents choose Fuzzy to keep their pets happy and healthy. Fuzzy is a digital pet care service offering 24/7 attention from veterinary professionals and individualized treatment. If you're on a road trip and you need help calming down your co-pilot, or at home just wondering why your cat only drinks from the sink, there's always a vet ready to respond. Fuzzy even even gives you product recommendations to keep joints healthy, coat shiny, teeth strong, and fleas far away. Every product is handpicked by their experienced vet team and personalized to your pet's needs. Fuzzy has everything for our pets because our pets are everything. For a limited time, when you visit yourfuzzy.com/Philly, you can become a Fuzzy pet parent for 7 days free. That's yourfuzzy.com/Philly and ask their vets anything, get personalized pet product recommendations, and improve your pet's health for free.
BetMGM is pitching baseball fans a chance to swing for the fences. I'm Derek Gunn, and register using code DGUN200 and win $200 in free bets when you place a $10 moneyline wager on any Major League Baseball game and either team hits a home run, regardless of your bet's outcome. Enjoy baseball like never before with BetMGM's daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Sign up today and find out why nothing beats a win at the king of sportsbooks. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Sixer fans, it's Matt Cord, and I'd like to introduce you to Hauser, the official real estate partner of our Philadelphia 76ers. They believe real estate is broken, and they're on the fast break to disrupt the industry. Hauser is a next-generation type of real estate company built around you, the customer, using improved technology and a team of full-service salaried real estate agents who aren't about their commission, and they know your neighborhood inside and out. And that's not all. Their no-commission listings have saved customers hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plus, they can guarantee an offer on your home immediately. Looking to buy instead, but tired of losing homes you love to higher offers? Hauser can help you make an all-cash offer today, allowing you to win more easily. Backed by the best reviews in the industry and their official real estate partnership with the 76ers, let Hauser show you a better home buying and selling experience. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's Houwzer. Hauser.com.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad. And you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Brian.
Whatever it takes.
At North Penn Mazda, it's easy to save big on some of the most impressive Mazda models on the market. Their certified pre-owned vehicle program gives you access to the heavily inspected, trusted Mazda cars and SUVs that will serve you well for years to come. Are you having trouble finding the right car? A certified pre-owned Mazda model from North Penn Mazda might just be the perfect option. Minutes from the Turnpike on Route 309 in Colmar, North Penn Mazda is the right experience and the right choice for your next new or certified pre-owned Mazda. Visit anytime at northpennmazda.com.
Virtua Health is here. Here for you in all the moments that matter. Because they all matter. Here to be your trusted healthcare partner. From the simple to the serious, we ensure you can feel your best and live your life to the fullest. Find a Virtua physician at Virtua.org. Virtua Health. Here for good.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you stop?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The playoffs are here, and PropSwap is where real sports bettors find the best odds and turn the hard wood into hard cash. PropSwap is the only app that allows you to pick your favorite teams now and then sell your bets whenever you want, and it's all from your phone. You never even need to touch the ticket. We all make sports bets It's to make money, and many prop swappers make thousands of dollars in just 1 month just from buying and selling bets. You can win over and over without your team ever lifting the trophy. PropSwap is where America buys and sells sports bets.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash-out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
So, Ty, I am so incensed still. I can't get over it. This is going to take a while.
Well,
man.
and so
I feel like I lost my friends.
Well, and it sucks because I was on the phone. I told you I was on the phone with Christy this morning, and I was like saying, I can't believe it's over. And then all of a sudden it starts going through your head. Well, what would have happened if Embiid didn't get elbowed in the face? You know, like what would have happened because they were up 2-0, the first 2 games Joel Embiid's in Philly. Do they split in Miami? Are they up now 3-1 heading back to Miami? And I got to deal with that again. And I'm not calling Embiid injury prone by any means. Like he took an elbow to the face. It sucked, right? But it's like, man, what would have happened had he been healthy? And then that starts circulating through your mind and you start going crazy again. Of course, we already had the calls earlier of what would have happened had they not made the trade. And it just sucks, man. Because we're going to do that for the next couple of days, and then it's going to be off-season talk and what's to come. And then we wait till October, November again. And it's that freaking circle of Philly sports.
Yeah, Jim from the Palm sent it to me last night. I know you tweeted it.
I tweeted it out.
And it's right. And I feel like I'm on the carousel.
And you know why I tweeted it out last night?
Why?
Because my father texted me. You know what my father texted me?
What do you say?
E space A space GLES. And I was like, and I sent him that. That's why I tweeted it out, because he texted me that, and so I sent him the damn photo.
I listen.
Look at me. I'm wearing Eagles gear today.
Dude.
Why?
You know what I did last night? The last bleeping thing, because I didn't even want to go near social media.
Don't blame you.
I feel like I don't want to. I just want to. I looked at the Eagles schedule again.
Just
that was
to get
the
a semblance
last
of happiness.
thing I did. That's the last thing I did. I looked at the Eagles schedule. Listen, and the Phillies box score, because I didn't watch the Phillies last night. So I looked at the Phillies box score, and then I went to the Eagles schedule, or vice versa, wherever it was. That was the last things I did on my phone before I shut it down. I was like,
because your last thought, you know how we do morning thoughts? Your night thought, you didn't want to see someone on Twitter that pissed you off.
No, not even that. Like, I understand. Listen, I get everybody.
It continues to bum you out. Sorry.
No, yeah, like I understand. Listen, I feel like they feel. I never do this.
I didn't mean it that way.
I never do this. I was firing off like frustration tweets, which I never do, but I was firing them off because I was so frustrated. God, I can't believe we're stuck here again. Because here's the problem. You know, I would feel so much better. Everything could happen, right? They lose the whole thing. But Harden looks differently.
Yeah.
I would be like, all right, well, build a bench and let's go next year.
Yeah, he finished with 22 points, but it was just not enough.
Right. Like, I can go, all right, well, at least I know that the process is still alive or the chip's still on the table, or whatever you want to say about it. But his performance was shameful.
Yeah.
It was a shameful performance. An absolute waste. And for him to say,
what leads to that?
And for him to say the ball didn't come back to me, that's a crock of kettle corn. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense.
What leads to that attitude on the court? Seriously, like
$47 million.
Amari Stoudemire says that he quit on purpose last night to get Doc Rivers fired.
$47 million is what that leads to. That's what that is about. I'm sorry. It was an embarrassing performance. And to just say it like that, like, here's the problem. All right? The guy who directs the team, whether it's LeBron, Giannis, KD, whoever, Steph, or Luka, all these dudes, right? What do they have in common? The ball is in their hand. Embiid is a big. The ball does not reside in his hands all the time. That's Harden. And that's why he's got to step up. And that's why he's got to play and not just take two shots and not go let Shake Milton go shoot key shots. I mean, what, are you serious? I mean, honestly, if you're telling me right now, I'm so disenchanted with how he played that series, other than one freaking game, the whole playoffs. Like, I can handle if he's just a point guard. All right, whatever. But that attitude and what he did in the second half and taking two shots and just not lazy passes and not protecting the ball and no freaking plan, no execution of anything. The way he played like that, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I feel like we're stuck with him like a freaking rash.
Yeah, and don't forget, every time he did drive the lane, it was this every time, looking for a call. Where's the call? Where's the call? Constantly, dude. And then it was 4-on-5 on the other end, constantly. Because he's sitting back there bitching to Scott Foster or whoever the damn ref is. I swear to God, he
feels like Poison Ivy. Joe, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Joe.
How's it going, fellas? I'm tired of this crap. I've been a Sixers fan for 60 years, man.
Oh,
and I got
my condolences
kick in the gut last night. My son calls me, right? My sons grew up out here in Arizona. I made them Philly fans.
Good man.
My oldest son bought me tickets. We flew back for the Kansas City Eagles game late last year. Well, anyway, he calls me last night and he gives me Dad, thanks for making me a Philly fan. And it hit right in my gut.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Listen, the three of us are all fathers here.
Hey, yeah, we got to stop making the same mistakes, though, over and over. I understand Embiid was hurt, but still, you got to show some dog out there. And he's not that. I love Embiid. We got to keep him. But the dog on that team is Maxey. And unfortunately, he's not a point guard because I think Maxey's the leader of that team going forward. Like you said, we're stuck with Harden. I wouldn't give him the max, though. That's it. Let him take that player option, then he can get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about it.
Listen, I wouldn't give him a max right now. No way. No way.
But you can't game plan or not.
No way.
You can't teach effort. No one was boxing out. I mean, even you saw it on Jimmy Butler.
And there was no plan.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right on.
Yeah, terrible. I was disgusted with that performance.
And it's amazing, right? Like, I'm watching this, and we're all watching this thing, and we're watching Harden. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing? And you're letting Milton and poor Maxey, those poor kids, take the brunt of the shots. Like, you got to be kidding me.
There's no dog. He don't care, man. He don't care.
I was horrible. Just horrible. You're right, Joe. Listen.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. I mean, that's what I'm so angry at Harden about. Like, you got to act like, I thought he was more of a, like, listen, I used to call him the Hassa because of his numbers.
Yes.
Bloated numbers. They go, he's a Hassa. I go, well, the dude played top 75 all time. The dude played, the dude tries to ball out. He wants to win. What happened to that guy?
I don't know.
Look how good he was in Game 4.
But then you start thinking about the old stories. Remember when I forget if it was Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook, because he played with both in Houston. There was the report that came out during practice when they would run a play for either Paul or Westbrook. Harden wouldn't even cross half court. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because the ball wasn't in his hand. He didn't even bother practicing. Then there was all the Dwight Howard issues.
Yeah.
Like, is he the flea? You know what I mean?
I have no idea,
that Dwight
bro.
Howard is
I know.
The most cleanliest player. He's had a lot of issues in his career, but come on, man.
I don't know.
Is he a total flea?
I don't know. Maybe.
Where he wouldn't even finish a play in practice because it wasn't for him? I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I know. It's a great point.
But you would think there'd be that moment, right? The moment that Joel Embiid, fatherhood, right? That was the moment. Now, obviously, he was still moping around the last couple of games, but we did see a more mature Joel Embiid after the birth of his son. We've been waiting for that with Ben Simmons, and that clearly is not happening.
Right.
Jamie's been saying it. I've heard him say it a couple of times in the morning. Harden's got to adapt to his old man game where he becomes a Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul can still light it up on a given night, but he could also be that point guard setting up guys like Devin Booker and Mikal Bridges, right? James Harden needs to figure out his old man game. James Harden needs to change his lifestyle a little bit. That's probably part of it, too.
I don't know. Again,
he's not 25 anymore.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear about lifestyle and all that nonsense. I don't want to hear about going out, making it rain, strip joints. I don't hear about any of it. All I know is that in the second half, when that game was getting away from you, I don't care what you do. All right? And none of my business, I don't even care. You do whatever you do. But in the second half, when that stuff's going on, you got to seize control. The ball is in your hands. The guy with the ball in his hands has to assert control. There was no plan offensively. None. I don't know how that can be in a freaking closeout game in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Jay, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, man. How you been?
What's up, Jay?
Hey, man. Appreciate your show, man, all the energy you guys bring.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey. So I got 2 points, man. I'll make them brief. First point is everybody got to go, man, except for Embiid and Maxey. What's the point of having we got suckered into Harden. We wanted to believe that, Houston and Brooklyn Harden was not the case. We saw what the reality is. Giving this guy
the problem is that Jay, you can't get rid of him. Like at least after this year.
That's what I'm saying.
And even the president, right? Like you got Morey. Like, what do you think Morey's praying somehow that there is some sort of, bounce back because his whole career is tied to him.
Well, listen. The thing is, it's like a good businessman, right? If you keep on just holding on to bad stock.
No, you're right, Jay. Listen, I'm not. You're correct. I'm just telling you the reality.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. I don't want to belabor that point, right? This is my real point, right?
What's that?
We got to do better as a fan base because last night when the Boo Birds came out, right, Embiid and Maxey, they deserve some applause. They deserve some appreciation claps for the type of season that they put on. I mean, Embiid's out there with everybody knows what he had, right? Orbital bone, torn ligament, right? Bad knee. Most of us, we call out for work if we get a chipped toenail, right? So they deserve some claps, man. We got to do a little bit better as a fan base because other players.
Here's the problem, right? Like here's the problem. I hear your perspective, and listen, I think you have a point to a point, But the bottom line is they had the lack of effort in that game in the second half.
All right.
Was horrible. Like,
but Embiid had no more left in him. All right, he was. You could tell.
I love Embiid. You always hear me praise Embiid. I love Embiid. I do. I do think you unfortunately after the game you can't be worried about Jimmy and all. I get it, and I'm with you. I love Joe. Listen. He became a champ. He became an MVP player. He took care of his body. He was there every game. I would never.
Where do we give our send off outside of the usual Philly send off? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, how do you expect? Like, my point to you is, put yourself in a fan spot after all those years, right, bro?
I am a fan.
I know. Think about it. Like, maybe you're more of a gifted fan in the sense that you can look beyond your own personal disappointment, right? So, I mean, which I respect. My point to you is that's a lot of heartache, bro.
Yo, well, listen, I've been there with the heartache, all right?
I know you have, but I'm saying maybe you're more enlightened.
But at the same time, right?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you also have to understand where people are coming from.
I'm coming from there. I'm saying.
I'm saying you're enlightened. You understand?
Well, you're the first person to call me that. But all I'm saying is that when you got an MVP player who was robbed of his MVP,
I get your point. I get your point. I do, but I can't, in good conscience, come down on a fan base for leaving early or booing. I can't do that.
Yeah, I
can't do it.
I hate myself for watching the rest of it on my couch.
Like, I can't come down on the fan base for that. And again, I think your views are enlightened. I do. Like, because listen, I give Embiid all the salute possible for how well he gutted it out. Now, there are times when I think he should have did X, Y, or Z, but whatever. My man became an MVP. I love the dude. I do. So he gets my mad respect. And Maxie, forget about it. Maxie. I'll go to Camden right outside practice, and when he leaves, I'll stand and cheer them both. All right, but I can't criticize people for being frustrated, man.
When they watched PJ Tucker grab six offensive rebounds in the second half,
and not being able to, and again, you're paying a lot of money, you got a lot invested, and there was a lack of effort in the two games.
There was a moment yesterday, and I wonder if anyone else saw it. It was the moment. Well, remember the Jimmy Butler offensive rebound, and then he hits the three in the corner, and they show him saying, wow. Remember that in the fourth quarter?
Yes.
There was a guy in a Harden jersey that was in the second or third row. It was the bottom left of your screen. Harden allowed Butler to get the offensive rebound, and this dude stood up and, hands cuffed over his mouth, started screaming something. And I can only imagine what the man in the Harden jersey was saying to James Harden, who allowed yet another offensive rebound. I wish I could, that guy was listening. He could call in right now because it was just picture perfect.
Yeah.
Where Harden allows another offensive rebound and a guy who paid money for the Harden jersey, hands cuffed over his mouth, screaming something at him.
Wow. I mean, you got to try. That's my biggest gripe. Is listen, you lose a heart wrencher, and Kawhi Leonard hits you 4 doinks. All right, we weep together. I salute you. But when you're letting PJ Tucker go dominate offensive second chances, what are you supposed to do? I can't blame fans. I gotta blame the fan.
Yep, I can't. I can't believe that was his takeaway.
Yeah. Keon, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Key. Yo, Key.
All right, what's up, guys?
How you feel, Key?
Oh man, terrible. But let me. I got to say some stuff.
Sure.
So I would tell Doc and his agent, hey, talk to the Lakers, see what you can work out. Because remember, Pat Riley went from the Knicks to the Heat for a first-round pick and $1 million. So I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm contacting the Miami Heat, and I'll say, hey, I want to hire Chris Quinn. Because Chris Quinn came up in the Miami Heat organization. He played for Riley. He played for Spoelstra. He also played for Popovich in San Antonio. So I'm bringing that young guy in to coach my team, give me some energy. Now, the thing with the energy last night in this series, remember, they had the same issue against Toronto. That's why that series was so tough, because Toronto was just out hustling those guys, getting all the loose balls and everything.
In the two closeout games,
And and they carry, and that's what they're not a high energy team. The guy with the most energy is Maxey. He's the only real hard charger. Everyone else is, Tobias got a slow game, James Harden, Embiid, Danny Green. So there's no energy on the team. They need some athletic guys on the wing. You need to be able to attack.
Agree.
And then we got to ask ourselves the hard question, which is, can we win when your best player is the big guy? So all the teams remaining, the guy with the ball in his hands is their best player that can attack. You got Luka, you got John Morant, you got Steph, you got my man Tatum in Boston. So and you got Giannis, of course. Those are the lead players. They got the ball in their hands. They can attack from the wing, hit the three. Our best players.
But if you have a co-star who has the ball in his hands, that gets the most out of your gifted. Like, he is a unicorn. Like, I can't come to the conclusion that I can't win with Joel when Joel is such a dominant force.
Now,
he does so many things I love.
Right, now I agree with that. Now, here's the problem with the coaching and with Embiid. So Embiid still has to find the right balance of shooting from the outside and posting up, right? Because in the last series and this series, he spent too much time with the perimeter to give him the ball.
I think you're dead right.
But
I got to run. I'm sorry. I got to run.
But that's where the coach comes in.
You're right. I agree with you.
To Embiid and to the players, we got to get it to him on the ball.
You're right. I'm dead serious. Stone right. You're dead right, baby. Dead right. Let's continue next week, all right?
All right.
Have a good weekend, babe. All right, we got to take a quick TO. We'll come back. More of your calls. Also, we're going to talk to Legs. That's next. I see the general. Not happy, the general. All right, let me tell you about Meineke. Look, Meineke, you need a trusted source these days when it comes to your vehicle. You really do. You need somebody you can trust that you know is going to take care of your vehicle the right way. I want you to get to know Meineke again as Meineke celebrates 50 years of service and trust. Head to Meineke, 50% off brake pads and shoes right now. Get $10 off any full synthetic oil change. That comes with a free tire rotation. Your check engine light is on, not a worry. Head to Meineke for a free check engine scan. Meineke does it all, okay? Exhaust systems, steering and suspension, oil changes, tires and wheels. Family vacation is going to be here sooner than you think. Head to Meineke, all right, for a complimentary AC check and a vehicle safety inspection. Meineke, where all of your auto repair comes together and all of your auto repair needs are handled. Meineke.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another season in the books. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Sport. That sounds nice. The weather right now in Jamaica is warm and sunny. Call your travel agent or go to visitjamaica.com and learn more. Let's go. I would absolutely love to. Sixers lost to the Heat yesterday. The season ended after 6 games yet again in the second round. 4 of the last 5 years, the Sixers have been eliminated in the second round of the NBA playoffs. Now we turn to our attention to the offseason, as we usually do. James Harden has a player option next year worth $47.4 million. Yeah, he's not opting out of that. Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers will speak to the media later on this afternoon. Keep it locked here on The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, Sixer fans, it's Matt Cord, and I'd like to introduce you to Hauser, the official real estate partner of our Philadelphia 76ers. They believe real estate is broken, and they're on the fast break to disrupt the industry. Hauser is a next-generation type of real estate company built around you, the customer, using improved technology and a team of full-service salaried real estate agents who aren't about their commission, and they know your neighborhood inside and out. And that's not all. Their no-commission listings have saved customers hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plus, they can guarantee an offer on your home immediately. Looking to buy instead, but tired of losing homes you love to higher offers? Hauser can help you make an all-cash offer today, allowing you to win more easily. Backed by the best reviews in the industry and their official real estate partnership with the 76ers, let Hauser show you a better home buying and selling experience. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's Houwzer. Hauser.com.
The three-pointed star on the Mercedes-Benz badge represents more than a century of tradition, a commitment to quality, and a promise to always shine brighter than before. See it firsthand with a completely redesigned 2022 S-Class sedan, the all-new electric EQS, and just released this month, the redesigned 2022 C300 sedan. Take a test drive with the team I trust at Mercedes-Benz in Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz at Conshohocken, or Mercedes-Benz Atlantic City. And whether you're looking for a new car or a pre-owned vehicle, you'll work with the best team to find you the right car. Drive into the summer in the luxury of a Mercedes-Benz. And one of the perks of owning a Mercedes is that you can get complimentary upgrades at select luxury resorts like the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton. Perfect for that summer vacation you may be planning. So don't wait. Check out their lease specials happening right now at Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Conshohocken, or Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. Check them out online at yourmercedes.com and tell them Mike Miss sent you.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like more 5G bars in more places and more savings. So your family saves 20% with Essentials versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our Price Lock Guarantee. So, would you rather have this or this? The answer's simple. Switch to T-Mobile today and see for yourself what more feels like.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. 20% savings with 2 to 4 lines on Essentials versus comparable plans. Features may vary. Price lock for rate plan, talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. See terms at T-Mobile.com.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square. Because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico. Pico has the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and save money. See how Pico is helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy use and improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal, and an energy profile report is generated. This energy profile report provides specific recommendations based on your facility's equipment and energy use with ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Get help managing your money for the life and years ahead. With Fidelity Income Planning, we'll look at what you've saved, what you'll need, and build a straightforward plan to generate income even when you're not working. A plan that gives you the chance to grow your savings and create cash flow that lasts. Plus, you can start, stop, or adjust your plan at any time without the unnecessary fees. Talk to us today so we can help you go from saving to living. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Jamie Lynch here. We've all spent a ton of time at home lately. Have you noticed those drafty windows, maybe a leaky roof, a dated-looking room, or a deck that has seen better days? Well, my guys at S&S Remodeling want to help you out. S&S has a 69-year track record of craftsmanship at fair prices. S&S Remodeling has been owned by the Subers family for 4 generations, so let their family take care of your family home. They're taking care of my home this spring. Go to ssremodeling.com for a free quote or call 610-936-8382. S&S Remodeling, making customers happy since 1953.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Hey guys, Andrew, the playoffs are heating up. Oh, man, and you can make every game feel like Game 7, which we're not going to be watching on Sunday on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge, an official partner of the NBA. Throughout the playoffs, even though our squad is out, all customers can place a no-sweat same-game parlay each week. You'll get up to $20 in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel, they have so many ways to play, and best of all, when you do, you'll win. You get paid faster than a fast break. New to FanDuel, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code Fanatic to get your first risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Fanatic. If you already have an account, you're all set to bet. No sweat. Either way, you'll get up to $20 in free bets if your same-game parlay during the playoffs doesn't win. FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and plus and present in PA. Refund issues non-withdrawable. Free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet $20 per week. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, it's 1:30 across the Delaware Valley. Listen, you guys have made incredible points all day today. Really, it's been a very I don't even know how to couch it. It's these shows aren't fun. There's nothing fun about them, but the conversation has been, cathartic is the word. Very cathartic conversation. You guys have brought many good points, and you need to commiserate. Listen, I feel the same way, man. And I'm worried that going forward, what do you got? Anyway, let's get further analysis. And my man took him to task last night on SportsCenter, SVP. That's right. The NBA analyst on ESPN. Man, he's terrific. The great Legs. Hello, Legs.
Oh, man. Hello, Anthony. How are you, man?
I'm so bummed out. You and I were texting last night. I'm so bummed out, brother.
I'm sure, man. Everybody is. I had a friend of mine text me last night, and I thought it was pretty interesting. He said he didn't think it was possible to be more depressed after the end of the season than he was last year with what went down, and yet he found himself even feeling worse this year. And I think a lot of people probably feel that way in Philly.
I mean, you know what's amazing? I never thought I would see a performance like Ben Simmons' performance in the fourth quarter of Game 7 until I watched freaking James Harden last night.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that in my head is just spinning about, right? So, look, this whole situation arose because of what happened in that Atlanta series, and everything came to a head in that last game. And you saw what happened over the summer into the season, and they waited basically 2/3 of the season to target a specific player to come in and help Joel Embiid navigate those exact situations that Ben Simmons wanted no part of. And you end up in the exact same boat with somebody that just completely deviated from what he is in terms of mindset at his best. You can't possibly deviate further. And I'm not even talking about playing poorly or playing well. That's a totally different conversation. I know the difference between guys playing poorly, playing well, and then guys that just sort of disengage and deviate from the way that they play. That's the thing you can't overcome, because you're counting on players playing to their strengths, and whether the ball goes in or not, or they have a good night, that's another conversation. Happens to everybody. I certainly had my share of bad nights as a player. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about when you stop processing the floor and processing aggressiveness and situations that require you to be aggressive. When you stop processing those altogether and you deviate that far from the way that you typically play, it is impossible to overcome. The only chance you have, honestly, in that situation is to get that guy off the floor. And look, Doc did it. I mean, not Doc. Kevin McHale did it to James Harden in Houston in a very famous episode of a situation. It was ironically, one of Doc Rivers' 3-1 series losses, Clippers Houston, and they sat him in the fourth quarter of that game. I mean, it's one of the gutsiest moves you'll ever see a coach make, and they make that comeback with Josh Smith and Colin Brewer,
my God!
Right? And so I'm saying, that, because if the guy's on the floor and he's that far removed from what he's supposed to be doing and what he has done throughout his career and what he does when he's at his best, you're really playing with four guys. So you're almost better off getting them off the floor, giving the ball to Maxey, and then putting some guys out there like Shake, and guys that at least shoot the ball. And maybe you have a chance that way. But if you got a guy out there that's your primary ball handler and he decides he's going to go to that place, and we've seen it before, you have no chance to overcome that. You can, especially when Embiid, not playing great and limited physically and going through so much. I have so much respect for what this guy went through and trying to come back. But that's what it comes down to, Anthony. And you saw it again. You saw it last year with Simmons. We kind of knew that was Simmons, though. And we knew this was James Harden, too, but it's like he tantalizes you because of the physical talent that's there. And he had that game the other night, and you're going, okay. And then he decides that he's going to just basically disengage as an aggressive offensive player. I don't know how you're supposed to overcome that.
No, you know what? I hear you, because I don't know either. And the other thing that was so befuddling is, what was the plan last night? Can you, before we even get to Harden, because I can't even fathom him, is what was the plan? Like, what were they trying to accomplish? You've coached, at multiple levels, the whole thing. You know the game inside and out. You always have a plan of attack of your opponent. What were they trying to accomplish offensively?
Listen. I mean, you say, what were they trying to accomplish? I think in large part what you're doing is you're turning the offense over to, two elite level players. And that's what you're doing. And that's kind of the way the NBA works in a lot of ways. You're counting on them to do what the NBA looks like, which is, a lot of high ball screens, a lot of, for James Harden.
Right, so they packed themselves into a zone, right? So, how come Embiid wasn't used to at least try to space a little bit and go down go run off a baseline, pick off the weak side, and establish position down low? You know what? That would force the ball to move and force spaces.
Well, we said the same things about Brett Brown with Embiid, which to me, and I remember saying this repeatedly about Brett Brown, it was more a situation where I felt like he was sort of just watching what Joel felt like doing on that given night. Like, what do you feel like doing? Was it mandated? I mean, I use that word many times with Brett Brown. It's probably a similar situation here. Was enough mandated for how they were going to attack it by getting the ball to Joel Embiid in his spots? Was it a situation where, because of what he was dealing with the face and the thumb, he was more comfortable playing a little bit more as a face-up spot against that zone? And look, the zone didn't win the game for them. They lost the game. Because look, they hung in there. They had a lead. They had a slow start. Then they got a little bit of rhythm. They got the lead in the second quarter. They lost the game because, and I felt the same way about situations in Houston. I saw it happen. It becomes completely demoralizing to the rest of the team when you know that you can see it in their eyes. You can see it by the way they're playing. You can see that you don't have a shot, because this guy's going to have the ball. You're counting on him, and there's just no possible way he's in a place mentally right now to be able to do what we're going to need him to do against this team, a tough-minded, good defensive team.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it just starts to snowball the other way. The carelessness with the ball. Look how many weird
I mean, how about the lazy? Oh, it was horrible. Him and Tyrese yelled at him the one time. And
what was that play that Tyrese yelled at him on? I'm going, what? So for Tyrese to react that way, I would like to know what exactly was it that Tyrese Maxey thought James Harden was supposed to be doing on that play? Because Harden is trotting up the right slot in the backcourt. His head is not even looking at the ball. Maxey's got the ball not being pressured. He's got 20 feet of space, and he's throwing the ball ahead to Harden and then yells at Harden. And I'm going, well, wait a second. Why would you throw the ball there? Okay, so even if you're running something that's been called that Harden's going to initiate, you don't have to give it to him right there, especially if he's not looking at you. So he throws it carelessly. They steal it, go in, lay it in. Tyrese and Harden have some words, or Tyrese has words for Harden. And the very next trip, they come down the floor and they cough it up again and give up a breakaway. I mean, it's like they were so. And again, to me, I'm telling you, Anthony, the whole table is set by the look in James Harden's eyes and his body language. And you're his teammate, and you're going, well, okay, we're cooked. What are we supposed to do? I'll never forget that night in Houston against
when they benched him.
D'Antoni.
Yeah.
The blank stare on D'Antoni's face at halftime. Like, wait a minute. You led the league in scoring. You have not taken a shot in the first quarter of the game. What are we supposed to do? You know, I had a kid. I was saying something to somebody today. Like, I coached at AAU all these years, and I had one kid that was clearly my best offensive player. He started at Seton Hall for 3 years. And he led the Under Armour circuit in scoring as a U16 player. Like, this kid was a phenomenal elite open court scorer. And I'm saying, well, what would we have done if he just decided to show up one day and didn't want to shoot tonight? How are we supposed to overcome that? Like, and that's kind of what Sixers found themselves in last night. And you just felt that, like, how demoralized they became. It was obvious. And it was all related to me and connected to me to the way that Harden was playing.
And here's the beauty. You're freaking stuck with him.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. I had this conversation with the guys last night, on SGP. We were talking about it, going at it, just a little, talking hoops before the show. And it's like, well, somebody would do it. Like, somebody would pull the trigger and trade for him. And I'm going, really? Like, what scenario can you envision? Like, you're talking about a team that thinks they need to sell tickets. You want to send them to a bad team? Like a team that's got nobody coming to the game? How do you think you would be in that setting? Okay, playing for nothing. So is he the kind of guy that can go to a team that's close and put them over the top when you've seen this pattern before in the postseason and you saw it again last night? They have.
You know what's amazing?
Next year.
Why? All right, let me ask you a question. Listen, we all follow the league, all right? But there is, when you live with a guy, it's different, right? Like, the guy's everything about him. His warts, as great as he is, or whatever. Why did he lust after him?
I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, there's something more to it. It has to be just on a personal level. The way that their relationship is, that those guys just are just very tight. He's just incredibly fond of him as a person and a player, and he's willing to overlook or forget about some of the things that he witnessed because the stuff's been there. Anthony, if you recall, going back, you and I were both excited that they.
Yes, I'm doing a dance.
Trade went right. But also, I do recall saying throughout this whole time, since he got there, all the times we've talked, that there is still something out there with him that's going to have to be overcome and proven because those things are real.
Yeah, I
kept saying it, and what I kept hoping,
I remember.
I don't know why. I'll tell you this right now, flat out, definitively, mark my words, you are never going to get me to buy in again that it's going to be a different result. I'm sorry. There's no more benefit of the doubt. In fact, it's the opposite.
No, I hear you. I get you.
I'm expecting this now. This is what we expect at the end of the journey, and that's what's going to be comical next year. He'll do things in a regular season. They're going to look like James Harden the other night, Game 4. It's going to look like that, right? Or Game 5. It's going to look like that.
Yeah.
And you're going to say, or Game 4, whatever it was, a game at home when he went off. He's going to look like that some nights, and people are going to get excited again. And Embiid's going to be healthy, and he's going to look great. He's going to play at an MVP caliber level again. Maxi's going to continue to grow as a player. He's all-star, on the verge of an all-star right now. Like, you're going to be excited, and you're going to think it's going to be different, and it's going to be the same exact thing in pressure situations. It's going to be the same thing. Then the decision comes, because there is no decision now. This is James Harden's decision. There's nothing you can do about it. He's going to opt in. It's $47 million. He's going to take the money. Don't blame him. Get it all. But then the conversation is going to shift during the season. What do you do next summer?
God.
You going to give him that money?
I got to go next summer? Well, hell no. You don't even want to give it to him now. If he somehow didn't opt in and you were forced to either pay him, you wouldn't pay him.
Yeah, you did say something to me last night that I want to talk about real quick. You said, we were texting, and you said, they need a point guard. And I'm saying, well, what is that anymore in the league? Like, I don't know what you mean by that. You need an elite-level playmaker? Because the guys that are elite-level playmakers that are also scorers are the best players in the league. Like, you're talking about the best players in the NBA. Because the rest of those guys that are good playmakers and score 20 a night?
No, yeah, I said I meant a backup point guard. That's what I meant.
Okay, that's fine.
I was looking we were talking about you need a wing, you need a backup point guard.
A wing that can get his own shot. You
Right.
need a backup
And we were talking about if no Harden, because Maxi's not really a point guard, right? And if you got Embiid, you got to have somebody that can control the offense. If you have Embiid and you got Maxi's not that guy, right? You need somebody else that can control the offense if Harden's not here. I mean, and that killed them having no backup point guard this year.
Let's say we suck it up. You suck it up for a year. Next year, it's going to be the same thing. Run it back. You tweak some of the role players, but it's going to be the same three guys at the top. It is. So let's just say you get to that.
Tobias is back.
Yeah, and let's just say they decide at the end of the year that they're going to make that decision that's rare in sports these days, that they're not going to offer them. They're not going to give them that money, right? Let's just say that happens, and you go now the following season with Maxey, who at that point will be ready to be an all-star, I believe, and you still have Embiid, and so now you go, well, what else? What do you need?
You need a wing.
You need a wing that can get his own shot.
You and I were talking about Miles Bridges.
Well, every free agent class is different. He's restricted free agent this summer.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get him.
Yep.
Because they can't throw the money at him.
Right. No, I'm with you. But we were talking about a player like him. Like, you need a player like
definitely.
him.
You need a wing that can get his own shot. And look, if you get a guy that also, by the way, happens to be a really competitive defender like him, man, hit the jackpot. But like, look around the league today. I was just looking, but unfortunately, some of the guys that are available like this summer won't be next year. You know who would be a great backup point guard for them? Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
But he's up this year.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to pay him this year. So every summer's different. And I haven't looked ahead to 2023 to see who's going to be available that summer. I don't know. But I look at it like this: if you give the ball to Maxey to make it his team after next season, man, okay, go find some of these pieces we're talking about. But you don't need to go get another elite level point guard guy that can score and keep Maxey off the ball. You're not going to get a guy.
No.
Guys are the best players in the league. Those are the guys that are every team makes a franchise player.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I'm saying you still need somebody that can direct. He's not the star, but he's going to direct. You need if Harden's gone.
Let me give you an example of a type of player. And I'm not saying this guy specifically, and he got hurt this year, and it really hurt their team. What about a Ricky Rubio type player? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. You need somebody, and he turned out to be a decent little player. He honed his game a little bit. But you need something along the lines of that, like Conley, guys that are not, that can just direct the offense. You got Embiid, and you're going to have Maxey, and then you're going to have a wing guy. You need somebody that's going to play a point guard for you if there's no Harden.
Because, I think Maxey can evolve as that. And I look at him, and I look at a guy like Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Darius Garland made the All-Star team this year. Darius Garland and Tyrese Maxey are very similar.
Yeah.
Now, Garland's a better he's a better deliverer of the ball off ball screen and off getting downhill and then making a play out of that, whether it's a lob, pocket pass, or kick out. He's better. He's better. He's been a point guard his whole life.
Yeah, he's a born point guard. Maxie's not born. But Maxie could be. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think the key is Maxie becoming your point guard and evolve with his playmaking to go with Embiid, add a bigger wing that can get his own shot. And again, you might not be, Brandon Ingram might not be an all-star 25-point guy, but somebody that can get his own shot that's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" range on the wing. You need more reliable shooting from your role players.
My God, they have no bench. You need a bench.
And a backup point guard that can pressure the ball
the coach
come in and, I don't know. I guess somebody texted me. I didn't see it, but texted me and said Stephen A. is reporting he's coming back. Has it been reported in Philly? Like they already made.
Well, listen. People tell me there's no way. They're not going to eat that contract. So if they're not going to eat the contract, he's coming back, unless he's working out some deal with the Lakers, which I don't.
The only thing I'll say about that is this.
What sucks is I got to go. The show's over. And it blows because I want more of you. But I love you.
Man.
All right.
Do what you got to do.
Next week, all right? We got to do a wrap. All right. Love you, buddy. Have a good weekend. Right. Best that little boy, that little angel.
I will,
see you, pal. All right. That's Tim Legler on the Comcast Business Hotline. Guys, thanks for hanging with us today. We so appreciate that. Stay tuned. Mikey Mist, the General. Jen coming up next. Judas! Love you, buddy. We'll see you.